Greeting, traveler.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Born to be Wild, a Wild exclusive Hearthstone podcast where we have a good time hanging out with friends, talking about Wild Hearthstone and celebrating members of the Wild community. I'm your host, Nate Wolf. It's great to be here, back again with you all, and very happy to see our co-host here. So Mike Lowe and Hydra, welcome back to the show. It's good to see you guys.
Yo, what up?
Hey man, how's it going?
This is the best night of the week for sure. I look forward to it every week, not gonna lie. So,
oh yeah, Friday nights. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
Live here on Twitch.
We have a very special guest joining us with this week. Ben from Work. Ben, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks
My
for having
favorite
me.
coworker, Ben from Work. What up? Everybody's favorite coworker. What up, dog?
That's right.
I actually do have a Ben from Work that plays Hearthstone. So
Yeah.
He's right here.
Yep.
Good stuff. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, how have you guys been? What have you been up to? I guess we're trying a couple, I guess some new things with the show as we kind of update it and tweak a few things. So before we get too far into the show, like, how was your week, you guys? Anything good in Hearthstone? Any good stories? How's life treating you? Like, Mike, what have you been up to?
Yeah, let me jump on this. Like you had said, doing some tweaks. We're getting some new things for the show, so we're following our new show notes here. So let me jump in this first. It's been a good week in Hearthstone. I've been playing Shirvallah Paladin. I started last week before cards got revealed. I was just kind of in this funk where I don't really get tilted or bored by the meta because there's so many different decks, but I've been playing so much where I got to actually play a lot of different decks, so I actually started to feel bored. And then I was getting tired of running into Cubelock. I was really annoyed by it, so I was like, what deck can I play that just goes over the top, that doesn't care about these Void Lords that I'm not tired of, right? So then I remembered the feeling of always playing against Shirvallah. I never played it myself ever. So I was like, who do I know that mastered that deck? And I was like, oh, obviously Unk. So I hit up Zeroshio. He gave me a list, and I swapped out like 2 or 3 cards. And then I played that this week from Tuesday till today. And I went, Tuesday till yesterday, I went 11-2.
Nice.
And then I played 7 games today, and I went 5-2. So a lot of the wins come off like the surprise factor where they're expecting odd Paladin or mech Paladin. And then it gets to the point in the game where it's like, you know how the deck works. You heal a bunch, you draw a bunch of cards, and then before you know it, you play Holy Wrath, or you try to set up the banker to put the Shirvallah back. If you get Satharvar, it's even more deadly because now you got 14 heal on the board. Playing that one from your hand and then another one in the deck. So it's been a great week. We see the cards coming out, so we'll talk about it later in the show. That's going to help this combo come off way faster. But,
yeah, and we'll
that's all I'll say for now. Yeah, that's all I'll say for now.
That Shirvallah deck, it's in our Discord if you want to check it out, and I'll include it with the show notes when this episode comes out tomorrow to everybody. But it's super fun. Mm-hmm. Hydralisk, what have you been up to this week?
Well, Mike, if you're getting sick of them Cubeblocks, you're gonna appreciate the song that I made for the end of the show because it's all about Cubelock. So, and I apologize to Gold Daniel ahead of time.
All right.
No disrespect about the Cubelock.
We almost changed the name. We almost changed the name of the show to Born to be Warlock. At one point, we had covered Warlock 3 weeks in a row. We were about to do it for a 4th, and we kind of talked ourselves out of it. But
oh no.
But we're definitely Born to be Warlock tonight. So that's sorry
Speaking
in
of
advance.
Warlock, so this weekend I had the pleasure of doing a little co-op with Gold Daniel and Ben, and we were playing the plot twist quest Malygos version, and it was a lot of fun. I had never played that deck whatsoever, so I had the two, guys that know Warlock a lot better than me coaching me. And when you're playing Warlock and you always want to tap, so like you're gonna tap, so you kind of like tap first. You don't want to tap last. Well, always count the amount of cards in your hand before you tap.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Ben, if you remember what happened. I got a little eager, and I tapped and I burned my Alexstrasza.
Oh,
that reminds me. That reminds me of the time we did the co-op with Cream Puff, and we were playing Reno Quest Mage, and I got a little too eager playing Evocation and burned the quest reward.
No, damn!
Live on stream.
He burned Alex and he still won, and he beat an odd warrior. He thought it was impossible.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I thought we were done, and I burned Alex against Odd Warrior and still won. So
that's how you do it.
I was like, should I just quit?
Oh my gosh.
No, let's keep going. No, it turned out great. So I want to play a lot more of that deck. I tried playing it a little bit solo afterwards, like a couple days later, and not as good. I still think I need a little more help with that one. But
I think it's one of the hardest decks to play, though. It's not an easy.
No, it definitely isn't. With 3 minds together, playing it was really, really good. Obviously made it, we can all talk about what turns we want to make and stuff, but playing it by myself.
That is not a straightforward curve deck at all.
No, not whatsoever. But that's as for ladder, I can't figure out what to play right now. So
it's always a weird time right before the new set comes out. So I don't know. As for me this week, I think so. The night that you all were doing co-op, I wasn't there for that, but I was there the night before doing some co-op with Gold Daniel, and Blue Train jumped in, and we were playing. We were trying to kind of meme out making some kind of funky egg Cubelock version, and just having zero luck with it, and switched over to Ben's deck that we're going to talk about tonight, which is this Quest Cubelock deck,
which is what that evolved into Mally, because I decided that the cube version wasn't the way to go. Mally actually became born. I was like, well, what's a way to actually make the quest better, like not have to like get rid of it when we the quest, and then I come up with Malygos.
Nice.
And it worked out.
That's super cool.
I stole it pretty much from a standard deck, but then I changed it and added wild cards. It's got like 9 or 10 wild cards.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I know there's this deck in standard that plays Mally. Let me see if I can make it work in wild. And it took a little bit of, changing things around, but I think I got to the perfect list, or at least close.
Oh man, send it over. We should talk about that instead.
I did. I posted the link in the Warlock, just the code. It's in the Warlock thing, though. I don't know if you can have a way to can capture.
Yeah. I'll grab it. I'll grab it in a little bit. Hey, I do want to share one thing though that was super fun, and I steal the thunder a little bit from Gold Daniel. I think that we came up with his new Twitch emote on that stream because I was playing against Even Shaman, and the opponent had this giant board, and I had no choice but to launch out what is it called? The little Fellfire Dark Skies, right? Or yeah. No, what?
Dark Skies. Yeah, it was Dark Skies.
Is it? And it happened to blast everything that needed to die. And Gold Daniel's face was priceless. Okay, wait, I would pop it up on the screen. There it is. It's kind of small, but it was it is so good. It is so good. It was the priceless reaction, and so that.
That's gotta be an emote now.
It made my whole week. It was so hilarious.
Well, you have your next emote. You better make it.
That's right. It's beautiful.
I have the clip too. I believe I clipped that.
You did.
So.
It was that you that clipped it. Somebody clipped it, and it's priceless. So Gold Daniel, thank you. Anyways, Ben, how have you been? How's your week?
Good. I haven't been playing a lot of Hearthstone, but it's been good. Busy.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't really talk about the clients and stuff, but I do in-home care for people. So
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I mean, traditionally we will do a little kind of interview with our guests. You know, so for people who aren't as familiar with you, and I know you're not really on Twitter. I think that's where a lot of us, I guess, kind of met each other.
Man of mystery. He's a man of mystery.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? How long you've been playing? Why do you like WoW? That sort of thing.
I've been playing since beta. Doing home care for a job. I don't know. I've been playing Warlock for a long time. I play pretty much every class, but I just really like hitting people in the face for 8. Even Locks. When it first came out, and I've been playing it ever since. I don't know.
Very, very cool. So how did you come up with your name, BenFromWork? Where does that evolve from?
I had no idea what to do, and I was like, my name's Ben. I'm like, what's the way to add it? And I was like, well, I'm bored. I'm playing at work. Why not have Ben from work?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I like that method because I kind of took the same approach. I was like, my name's Mike. My second name is Lo. There we go. Let's do it.
So I mean, I know you probably don't want to talk about work on a Hearthstone show, but I know you kind of work in the medical field. What is it? Just out of curiosity, like what is it like working in the medical field during this like the pandemic time? It seems kind of like I don't know. That's got to be something else, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. People really scared, and just got to be extra careful. Wear your mask and clean your hands daily. Nonstop. Not daily. Nonstop. And it's just
wash your hands at least once a day.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's just it's easy. I mean, people are nice. Most of the people I work for, they're old, they have dementia, things like that.
Yeah.
It's nothing hard. Just take care of people, make sure they're okay, feed them, clean them, whatever.
Hey, I got a question. So what keeps you playing Hearthstone after all this time? Aside from, when it's
I quit a lot. I quit a lot. I can't lie to you.
Oh, okay.
I get bored. The metas get stale, and when there's broken things, they're just way too slow to change them. And we want to quit multiple times. It's like, I don't mind there being good decks, but when things are really busted, like Quest Mage and stuff, to me, it's just demoralizing, especially when you play at High Legend, and I literally see that over half my games. It's like, it's just not fun. I want to have variety. That's why I respect guys like, Zeddy, who will play both, but like Raffle and all these guys, like, I understand why they don't want to get Legend. They want to stay low ranks because they want to have fun. And you can't get Legend. But part of me is just so competitive that I have to be good. But I've got to the point where I really don't care anymore. I'll be a couple thousand Legend and not care. I think I'm like 12 or 1,500 right now. And I can care less because I know I can get top 100 easily. It's just like, I want to have fun. And when you get high ranks, it's not fun. It's just all the best decks.
Yeah. No, talk to him, Ben. You're exactly right about that. You spitting all truth right now on Born to Be Wild. Yep.
I lost my 11 stars a long time ago.
Yeah, I finally lost I only was only 10 stars this month, and I don't think I'll get 11 this month either because I just don't care. I have no desire to play whatsoever. I'll have a desire for the new set, but honestly, my fear is that Quest Mage will still dominate, and I'll probably just get bored again. And then I might not play much Wild. I'll just go back to Standard, which is I'm double Legend, obviously. I play both formats. Everybody hates on me for that, but whatever. I prefer Wild, but until they fix it, then it's not playable right now.
Yeah.
We'll see. It looks like there's a lot of disruption in this new set. Maybe it's a little bit too early to tell, but
yeah.
Do you have a favorite deck or a favorite style that you like to play? Is it combo or anything? What is it?
Combo and mid range, but I like mid range, and Even Lock is definitely my baby. And I saw a new giant, so I'm in the house. So I'm definitely going to build that day one. I don't need to see another card. I'm just hoping for dragon that like one good either neutral or warlock dragon that I can put in there so that I can make Nether Breath better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Right on.
But I'll be playing Evenlock day one. Indeed.
Yeah, I'll
try
tell you,
other
as soon as I saw that giant, I was ready for Evenlock right away. Second I saw it. So.
They're doing some interesting things for sure. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit worse than the other giants for sure, because I think people are thinking like you tap, but then it's still only at 5. So it's actually a little bit slower. So I actually don't know if you ever keep it in the. But
yeah, that's a good question.
I don't think you do. I'm pretty sure you never keep it, but you do keep the mountain and then Molten against aggro. But I'm pretty positive in the mulligan you never keep it.
Yeah,
right.
I can.
Yeah, we'll have to
just from my experience as an Evenlock player.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, a bunch of Warlock fans here. I like it.
Yeah. Got all the Warlock heads in here.
And the one card that I'm actually interested in is the new Vilepine, because I do think it probably gets played, but it might only be a 1 of, and the reason I say that is because it's a very, very weak body.
Ooh, you know what we should do? We should hold on to the opinions until we get to that part of the show.
Yeah, that's true. We got a lot of cards to look at tonight too.
Yeah, we have a lot of cards to let me take over this next segment. We want to shout out our patrons and say thank yous to Shokunin and Adam W. Thank you very much for supporting the show.
Yeah, and Shokunin has been supporting us from day one, and he's part of the reason that we've been able to do a bunch of these giveaways in the past and launch the website and stuff like that. So really, really appreciate it. Don't want to spend too much time on it, but if anybody's interested, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BornToBeWildHS if you're interested in supporting the show that way. A lot of news this week. If you want to take it away, Mike.
Yeah, let's jump into that. Like Nate said, check us out on Patreon if you want to support the show further. We really appreciate that. So along with supporting the show, Born to Be Wild merch is up. That's right. Born to Be Wild merch is up. Everybody get hyped about that.
Yeah, people have been asking for it, right? So we launched the website, and that was the first question that I got was, if I had not saying I have disposable income, but if I did, where could I buy some stuff? So I'm excited to be working with our good friend Wildcard, who I think that most of you guys know. His wife runs an online clothing company called Spangle, and so trying to work together, support them, and make some cool stuff. And actually, let me see here. I'm gonna launch this super quick and show you guys what. Okay, I added right before the show. So here's the website, right? There you go, right there where it says merch, and we got all this cool stuff. Okay, hats and all different colors too. So if you click on one of these things, and I won't spend too much time on it, I swear to God, but you click on one of these things, and then you can go in, and then you can swap out, black hat, blue hat, black and red hat.
Look at that.
But there's all kinds
the black
of
and red one.
The navy look good, and the black and red.
You can swap out the colors.
Yeah.
Dude.
So any of this stuff.
You can get hats for every outfit.
Yo, and also good. And so when we got the logo made, it's in I've got it the full color one, but then I've got it in all white and in all black. So you could get the hat, here you go with the white logo on it. And then all these stuff, like when you see this stuff, these are like the sample colors, but when I go into this, like, look at all this. Like I could pick, oh man, I want the pink one. But this green one's pretty dope, right? So there's a lot of different stuff that you can go through here. Anyways,
all kind of colors for people everywhere. I'm liking this. So if you like, Hearthstone, and you like clothing items, and you're a fan of podcasts, you got to secure these items. I'm liking this. So for the audio listeners, where can they find these items? This is dope.
So the best way, just go to our website. It's borntobewildhs.com, and there's a merch button merch right here. You just click that.
That's very important. BornToBeWildHS.com.
Oh God,
BornToBeWild.com.
hit this.
Like, we learned that lesson.
Like I'm not teasing you. I'm not saying don't check it out. Then you check it out and you're like, oh, what happened? But just be careful. Remember, BornToBeWildHS.com.
If spoiler alert, if you go to BornToBeWild.com, it's some kind of what is it? It's like Viagra energy drink or something. Like,
whoa, that's a little spicy. Whoa,
never been there. Don't plan on going.
Whoa. I know it's Friday night, but whoa. Whoa.
I will say, when I went to the actual Born to Be Wild HS, and I looked at the merch, instantly I was like, "Oh no, I need all of these things." I was like, "They look so good."
Yeah,
and,
I'm with you.
Goliath in the chat is talking about that the logo emblem would make a good pin. I talked to Wildcard about that this morning. So here's the tricky thing, right? All this merch stuff is it's print on demand, and so but the enamel pins don't work that way. I have to buy a bundle of them, but we're looking into it because that's what I said too. Man, this would make a really awesome pin. And so that's something we're looking into. I'm just gonna have to buy a batch of them and
yeah, let's say.
And we can sell. We can give them away or whatever. They're not that expensive. They're not super expensive. I mean, we'll see. But we were talking about pins. We're talking about patches and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know. And I think like I don't know. I have no shame. I tell you what, I end up buying a bunch of this stuff and then wear it on the show each week. So sorry in advance, but
oh yeah, we gotta represent. We gotta let people see what it's like. So if they see it on us, they can picture themselves wearing it.
I love.
So I like that idea. Yeah.
I love those beanies. Like it is. I live in Portland, Oregon, where it rains 2/3 of the year. But this is the unique time of year when it's hot. And next week is supposed to be like in the 90s, something gross like that. But man, I get one of those beanies and I'll wear it anyways because it looks super cool.
No, I like that. I'm in the Northeast, so I'm gonna need like beanies. I'm gonna need hoodies, hats. Like I already said, hats, socks, pants, sweatpants, all that stuff. All the apparel. I'm gonna need it all because I'm a fan of Hearthstone. I like podcasts, and I like clothing apparel. So
there you go. I was very excited to be able to work with a friend. Like early on, we had tried a couple of different online like retailers, and before we had done any of this, like I would make a site, add the artwork, order a couple samples, and then I'd get them in the mail, and it'd be like bad quality, either bad printing or bad quality clothes. It's like And so I was looking, hey, does anybody have a connection? And Wildcard's like, yeah, dude, my wife has a company. Oh, perfect, perfect. And so, yeah.
Networking at its finest. That's beautiful because a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So you ask and boom, that's amazing right there. Connections.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I said to Nate one day, hey, if you ever need help with the podcast, I'm here. And then I got a phone call one day. So
hey, here's how it works, right? Here's my free professional advice, right? You don't get what you don't ask for. So sometimes you gotta make your own.
Yep.
Anyways, enough of that. But I'm very excited for it. I think is why kind of beating the dead horse here. But I'm super pumped.
Yeah, Philly, this is great. This is exciting. Born to Be Wild merch available at BornToBeWildHS.com. So the next part in our news, it's a little sad here. Ashley Van Doren Housefire. Ashley on Twitter _HS. If you're not familiar, Ashley is a top legend wild player. Top notch here.
No, and, I mean she's typically she's been in like top 100 many times, and really good player. And this is a pretty unfortunate thing. So
yeah, it's pretty sad to see. She and her fiance lost their house, pets, computer, furniture, pretty much everything in a electrical fire.
No man.
If you can find it in your heart, or if you're able to financially, if you can consider donating. It would help them out very much. We made a donation on behalf of the show. Of course, we'll have the link in the show notes. When I get a second here, I'll post it live in chat. But we really just want to help out people in the wild community. And it's pretty sad to see this happen to someone.
Yeah, that's never good.
Yeah, big oof.
Especially like nobody was in the house or anything.
No, but the pets. That's super sad.
Yeah. Oh
So,
god.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Anyway, so every little bit, and I don't, not trying to guilt trip anybody, so don't do what you can't do, but we want to try to at least share awareness. And anyways, let's talk about some good news.
All right, let's hop into some happy stuff here. All right. So, in case you guys haven't heard,
in case you've been living under a rock, right?
Yeah, in case you've been living under a rock, we have an official date. School launches August 6th. When I say school, we're talking about the next set in Hearthstone's expansion. It's Scholomance Academy. When I first saw it, the first thing I was thinking of was like, yo, this is a Harry Potter right here. I want to see a Harry Potter card. I want some dragons.
That's the first thing I thought.
Dumbledore. I want some wand makers. It looks pretty amazing. The card reveal live stream is going to be Wednesday, July 29th, 10 a.m. Pacific with Alec Dawson and Crip.
Oh well.
I'm pretty hyped for this. I know you guys are too. What do you think about this? Scholomance Academy.
It's really
sounds like it'll be cool. I won't be able to watch it, but I hope it's good.
They always do these when I'm at work. It's unfortunate, but
yeah.
That's the same for me. I'm almost always at work for this, but I found it pretty interesting that it's on the 6th though, because everybody was hyped for the 4th, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Which was the standard Tuesday the 4th, but they surprised us. I'm not sure exactly why, but I don't. Still fine to me.
Yeah, so whatever, 2 days is nothing.
You know what? We record on Fridays, so as long as it doesn't launch on a Friday, then we're good. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting that the day after we'll be recording, we'll have super fresh, untamed, very raw meta and a bunch of just. It'll be like no holds barred, first impression, wild experience. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to rumble in the jungle. It's gonna be crazy. Day one, we get to go live the next day after the first day. It's gonna be awesome. Obviously, the second week of our show after it's gonna be different because the day one meta is just crazy, and there'll be people online who talk about it.
Meta for day one.
Everyone's playing.
Exactly.
Everyone will play. They'll all play Pirate Warrior.
Oh yeah, Pirate Warrior day one. Rank up.
I'll be playing everything. I actually like to experiment, but I definitely, no doubt about it. Even Lock will be my first deck, but I'll probably play 10 games of it, and then I'll be like, okay, I gotta try this. Oh, I want to try that. Then that does something cool. It'll be, all right, I gotta build that.
Ever since it came out, my favorite two classes are Paladin and Mage, but ever since Spell Mage came out, I like playing that. I'm definitely ready. I'm ready to play this day one. Just a bunch of Spell Mage. I had
a Spell Mage in this meta, but it wasn't good. But I think it has potential eventually. But
it's fun and wild. I love it, man. It's so sick.
Ooh, that sounds spicy. We could do something like that. Are you guys? So it's interesting. They're talking about doing because of the pandemic, right? There's no fireside gatherings. So typically, like the weekend before, you can go to a fireside gathering, open up your packs early. Guy Grumpy and I were talking about. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and so. Me, Guy Grumpy, Rotted Zombie, and Shia Wasena live real close to each other. We were talking about Guy Grumpy was talking about doing a small something or other, but with the pandemic, it makes it super hard. I don't know, but we'll see. Typically, I like to open up all my packs on day one. Like I don't know, the first time I went to one of these fireside gatherings and opened all my packs early, like I got hosed like super bad. It was just terrible luck, and so I feel like it's jinxed for me now, but I don't know.
Oh man,
are you guys?
I normally open them all early, and then like, okay, I'm bored. This is stupid. Why did I do this?
Yeah, I full agree, Ben. I don't like opening them early. For me, I like to save it all for one day. On actual pack opening day, open them all up, and then like get right in there instead of, still got to wait. Like a while. I typically don't even really like watching the and if you do, that's great, but I don't really watch the streams when people get to play with the cards early.
Oh
just
man,
because
it's I like to see it. I like to get ideas.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like you could definitely get ideas, but just personally, I rather try to do it blind, I suppose, which is probably stupid, but
Well, it's kind of better for us though because they're standard decks and they're not going to really be wild. I mean, you maybe can convert
that's
them,
true.
which I do that a lot with decks. Like if I see a deck that's cool in standard, I try to make it wild. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm not opening the cards until day one. I did do a private fireside one time, and honestly, like deflated my excitement, like waiting from Friday till the Tuesday at
really
1 p.m. And I'm just like, this is kind of dumb because I played a lot of different card games prior to Hearthstone. So when you get new cards, obviously you can touch them, put them in different sleeves, try different things out. But like with this, if you open them on Thursday or Friday. Or Thursday, you got to wait till the next week normally because the thing usually releases on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I rather just wait until they're actually available, playable, because I actually spend a lot of time in offline mode and I just scroll through the collection thinking of ideas. So I don't need to like open them early. I'm not gonna rush.
Well, and this one hurts, right? Because because they're launching on a Thursday instead of a Tuesday, so you can open your packs on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you have to wait until Thursday to open the rest because they won't let you. They won't let you buy any with gold.
No, you can't.
Or with money
you can't buy any.
Yeah.
So you only get a little bit. I don't know. It's Anyways,
I probably won't be buying any, but I got both the pre-orders, so I mean that's plenty.
Yeah. Hey,
like 10 packs from gold. That's about it.
Let me wrap up my news part here. I just want to say the one last thing. Obviously, you can open your packs the weekend on July 31st with the pre-release. But thank you to Andrew over at the Happy Hearthstone. We found out that Tyrande is back in the store for free. So get her while you can get her if you don't have that hero yet. Good pickup right there. Free hero from Blizz.
Yeah, super cool. I logged into mine to try to get a screenshot, but I've had her, like I got her back when it was a Twitch, what was it, Twitch Prime giveaway or something like that way back when. And so it's not even an option for me in the store. Like it just wasn't there, but I assume it's because I already got her. I don't know.
Yeah, same here. I don't have that in my store, but I guess it's because I already have her, so I don't know.
But
if you have alternate accounts though, like on EU or Asia, pop on and grab it for free.
That's a good idea. I have.
Why not?
I've got an EU account that has like nothing on it, but I play a little bit every once in a while, and I'll jump on there and grab it for sure. So, all right. So we with this new set, something new called these dual classes, and we got this pretty cool little graphic from Blizzard tweeted this out. So, Hydra, you wanna take this away?
Yeah. So on the Play Hearthstone Twitter, on July 23rd, Blizzard posted their color wheel as a cake, which I like the flavor. And it shows all of the different dual class cards combination. Starting off with Shaman Druid, Druid Hunter, Hunter Demon Hunter, Warlock Demon Hunter, Priest Warlock, Paladin Priest, Warrior Paladin, Rogue Warrior, Rogue Mage, and Mage Shaman. So, out of all these things, Mike, who do you like? What would you gravitate to the most if you had to pick like one of these combinations? Where do you think you would fit?
So to answer your question, since I'm forced to pick what's here and not what I want, because Mage, I like Mage, but they kind of paired Mage with anyway. So Paladin's my other favorite. So I got to go with obviously Team Ketchup and Mustard. Hashtag Team Ketchup Mustard. I like to call it the no beef pally. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants beef with this combination right here. It's gonna be sick. I actually like the combination of the Warrior and Paladin, so I'm rolling with them.
I like
Ketchup
it.
And Mustard.
Yeah. I think that one's a close second for me. But yeah. Right on. So Nate, where do you see yourself sitting here on this beautiful cake?
All right, so I mean, I would say Paladin is my first love, right? Okay, because that was the first class I hit Legend with. It was the first class I hit 1K with, and now I haven't touched it in a couple years. So I think I'm definitely a Warlock main. That's the set where I'm crafting golden cards. That's what I'm playing most of. these days. And Demon Hunter is where all the broken cards live, so I'm definitely a Warlock Demon Hunter. I will scooch over into the Warlock Priest as well, but
that Demon Hunter Warlock combination is stupid. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that stupid, just like I'm jealous, crazy. Like, damn, like those cards are gonna be sick. I saw that one dual class card, and at first I didn't realize it was dual until I like paid attention, and I was like, man, Demon Hunter Warlock is something spicy, man. Watch out.
As much as a Warlock main as I am, I only play Raza Priest is the only priest I've ever liked. So I gotta go against that, and I'm not a fan of Demon Hunter. So I gotta go to my second class, and just a class that I wouldn't say it's probably like fourth or fifth, but I just enjoy Mage, and I think their spells are really cool. So I think Rogue Mage.
Mage.
That'll be interesting, right? Some of the stuff. I'm a little bit curious how they came up with these, although I know that they've been talking a lot recently about class identity and trying to revisit that a little bit. But if you
think
look
Rogue Mage has potential to burst people down. Who cares what it is?
Yeah.
As long as they don't give Rogue Mage like some kind of Antonitis with stealth, I'm good. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
I love that.
You just gotta cheat out a Malygos.
See, with Mage, they're doing pretty good here. They're crossing over with Rogue and Shaman, both that have burn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Mage may be pretty good. Personally, for me, I've always been a Rogue player. I used to be a Mage player. Like I started off playing Mage because that's what they make you play at the beginning of the game. And I think I played Mage for like a year or something before I discovered you can, maybe venture out. But I absolutely love Rogue and I love Warrior. So I'm going to go with Rogue Warrior. I want to build big weapons. I want to have cool pirates and I want to smash people in the face. So.
I hope you can bring Kingsbane back.
Oh, dude, I'm going to play Kingsbane. Right away. There's a card that we'll talk about that I want to play with a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be a meme or if it's going to be great, but I have a Kingsbane deck that is fully golden except for eviscerates. No, not eviscerates. Sorry, except for prep. I'm missing prep because I disenchanted them at some point and they're epic, I believe.
Yeah, they're epic.
And so that's an expensive golden craft. So everything else is golden. If the new card, it's also epic. So if it ends up being good, I may have to craft that golden, unfortunately. But yeah, that's where I lie. Rogue Warrior for sure.
Super cool. All right, so this week we got to see lots and lots of card reveals. It's been a busy week. In fact, I think they're lined up to release one more in about 15 minutes. So if we can do it live on the show, we'll do it.
Stay tuned.
The graphics might get ugly for 2 seconds, but we can make it work. But
but the problem is a lot of times they don't come out right on time. Exactly, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Drama. Scandal. Digital card game scandal.
They probably get told like at that time, but like the website doesn't update right away.
Ring the alarm.
Well, I know, and I've been watching the release times on these, and some of them are 4 a.m, 5 a.m, 6 a.m. It's like, man, I'm sleeping. I'll just check it out.
I just look at them whenever I get a chance. I don't like.
Can I say for the adult crowd here, when I say this, those of you who recognize will agree. I very much enjoy going to bed and then getting a full night's sleep, waking up, having breakfast, with my girlfriend, and then hopping on Discord after like an hour waking up, and then seeing like 8 or 9 new cards. Because there's a lot of people who just stay up all night, like hungering and feasting and for these cards. Like, nah, man, like I'm gonna go to sleep, get some food, wake up in the morning, and then see a bunch of new cards. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I just like look once a day, and if something new, if not, oh well.
Yeah,
there's something kind of nice. I keep my phone on all the time, but I started putting it on like do not disturb mode at night because the Twitter and stuff like just goes off all the time, and so, but it's I kind of enjoy it. Like, I'm not a morning person. I mean, I've got to work, but I'm not a morning person at all, and I like to wake up a little bit slow. It's nice to get up first thing in the morning and check out, oh, what's new in Discord? Hey, what's new in Twitter? You know, and kind of scroll through. Oh, what are the new cards? Mike, your dog is so cute. Getting an early start on that. He's definitely not a night person. So, but anyways, this is card reveal season, right? Maybe, maybe if we're good boys, one day we can get a card.
Okay.
I kind of doubt it, but you never know, right?
No, I'm all for it. This is a glass half full life. So the more we push this wild content, one day they'll make a card, you know, that is kind of maybe exclusive for wild, or maybe it's got some wild benefits, and maybe they'll slide it to you, Nate, and then we can show it off on the show.
Hey, we got a code. We got a code, right? That's something.
Yeah. Hey, you got something.
Hey, that's super cool. Anyways, so this is reveal season, and so we get a handful of these people, you know, reveal it live on stream, but every once in a while we get somebody who will do something kind of fun. And so I don't know, just curious if you guys had seen anything that you liked. I think for me personally, I'm a huge fan of the Amazing LP. I don't know if you guys have seen this video, but you know, each year they get an announcement and they do a full-on like cosplay video with special effects and the whole deal. So if you guys haven't seen this, it's hilarious. It's basically Hogwarts, right? And it's full on Harry Potter. I mean, I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's really clever. For reveal, they put in a lot of work, and it's hilarious. And you have classic Anduin, like, wow emote. It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So, but have you guys seen any that you liked? Hydra, have you seen anything that you thought was fun?
Yeah, I really thought, I really like Firebat as a streamer. He's always pretty entertaining. You know, he's been around forever, and he always gets a reveal. And he's been, he does some funny things. And this newest one, he does a rap video, and basically he's ahead of the academy. I think he's trying to be Kel'Thuzad, because if you look at the video, he's got a mustache and a beard. And so he's going with the theme, and he actually puts together like a decent rap. And I think that's his girlfriend he's got in the video there with him, and he's the teacher, she's the student, and it's quite well put together. It's for I think the card is called Philosophy.
Yeah.
Not philosophy, but Philosophy. And it's just great. Anybody, if you want to have a good chuckle, check it out. It's definitely worth your 2 minutes of time.
I think we have the kind of OG wild rappers here, though, and I think we could. I mean, humble brag, but I think we could do better, Mike. Right?
Yeah, I'm down with that. I think we can do better, and I also want to give him props on that video, because where I was kind of in lull mode up until they went over the courses, when he was like, "Oh, we have all the same classes," until they got to the philosophy, and I was like, "All right, I like where this is going." So like, I'll give him props for the idea and the creativity, but yeah, definitely a bar we can meet and raise higher.
And then maybe tag him in it.
Ooh.
Oh, most definitely.
Hey, we're playing musical chairs for those of you watching. Ben, you've changed. Hydralisk, you look different. And we've all shifted places. Once Ben comes back, we'll all be normal.
This academy is crazy, huh?
This is some sort of fell magic going on here, and we've all switched.
Oh God, Ben, are you still around? Or are you out for a second? Okay, no worries. Let's see here. Well, we have lots and lots and lots of cards to go over, but you know what? Let's do things a tiny bit out of order here, since we're waiting for Ben to come back. I do want to give a big shout out to a couple of our friends who we've seen hit first time Wild Legend. So we try to do that when we see these folks either in our Discord or on Twitter or whatever. And
Shout
again,
out.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're all good. And a big giant shout out to Mike, who has like revitalized our Discord. I think we can compete with Burnt now for best Discord. It's been great.
Hey,
lately.
that's the secret hangout, boy.
I know it is. It is.
I gotta get in there.
It's,
I've been hearing about it. I heard that Discord's pretty dope.
It is pretty dope, and he's a DJ too. When you see him spin, it's
what?
pretty like it's pretty.
Wait, he's throwing. Hold up, time out. Whoa. he's throwing DJ parties in the Discord server.
I've only been to one, but it was pretty good.
I've only been to one. Damn, he's throwing parties every night. All right, I need that invite after this show. That's something I need to be a part of. All right, yeah.
Burnt has got probably one of the most poppin' Discords that I've ever experienced.
Dang.
But
Okay.
hey, we're right up there. Okay, it's it's good. If you go to our website, you can get the links and all that stuff. But
Our Discord is happening right now.
It is,
lots of
right?
activity, lots of talk about all the cards and all the decks. We got a section for thanks to Mike for doing all this stuff, but we got sections for all the different classes, posting deck lists and chatting about everything, and yeah, it's going off.
Yeah, thanks to Nate for setting up the 10 classes as well. That was pretty cool. I can say that the Discord is going faster, and now I do miss out on a lot of different conversations because, like, when I get back to it, it's like 8 hours later, and I'm like, damn, like this Discord is growing it's growing every day. I'm loving it. Great community.
It is.
A lot
and I
of
think
insightful people.
one of the things that's helped a lot is that it's really pretty organized, and so whatever you're looking for, there's a spot for it. And it's a good batch of people. I mean, I think, you're looking for some friends or whatever. There's some good people. So, anyways.
Yep.
So before we get into these card reviews, giant shout out to Horstronaut from our Discord. Just hit Legend for the first time with Discard Warlock. So super dope. I know that deck is really fast, really pretty crazy, and so big shout out. Congrats there.
Yeah, Mike, if you go to the non-Hearthstone game chat, I just put it in there for you.
Got it.
Oh, rock and roll. The secret link. Old emo Dave tagged us in a brag post. First time Wild Legend on EU. Climb with Big Shaman and then switch to Cream Puff's Reno Priest. He calls it Black Mamba Priest.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Kobe.
And then finally, this just happened today. Z Thund, playing the game for 6 years, finally hit Legend. So big shout out. It's a good feeling, especially that first time is something special. So congratulations.
I wish I really remembered it. I've been Legend ever since the first season.
Wow. That's
props. Wow.
Right, the good old days when it was before the ranked floors, and I know we used to joke, right? We've been playing Wild since before it was called Wild.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
Legend since first season. Damn, you're like Master Roshi's.
Right?
Nah, I've just always been good at card. Like any game that I get into, I'm not a person that can play 100 different games. I play one or two, and I just those games and I stick to them. I don't typically play a lot of stuff.
Okay,
I played a lot of SOCOM, and then I went to Halo, and then both of those kind of got boring. I went to Call of Duty. I didn't really like that, and then I kind of card games. Played a little bit of Magic, and then I went to this. And pretty stuck with this. I've been playing a little bit of. Why am I blanking on the name of it? The one by Riot.
Valorant.
Valorant.
No, not Valorant, not the shooter, but the card game.
Oh, Runeterra.
Runeterra,
Runeterra.
I played for like the first two seasons of that. I played and got their rank or whatever, but I haven't really been playing it recently. But I do like it. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
I'm excited for this next segment right here.
All right, man. We got lots and lots and lots of new cards.
Yo.
So, and yeah, hey, someone from chat, let us know. I see Goliath there. Let us know when the new card comes out. I'll try to snag it, and we'll toss it on the end.
Yeah.
So I've got all the cards here. Ben, we lost your video, by the way.
No, sorry.
No, it's all good. Okay, so I've got them in order of the way that they were released on the Blizzard website, and so just gonna start out here. First up is a priest common card called Frazzled Freshman. It's a 1-mana 1/4 vanilla card.
Unplayable.
I know, right? I think any vanilla card is not good, and I think what we really try to do here is look at these from a wild perspective, right? And we'll do.
I don't think it matters, wild or standard.
That's true. That's true. One thing that we always try to keep in mind is, in wild, our decks are typically so refined that, in order to fit into one of our decks, it's either got to be like busted good or it's got to create some kind of new archetype. And this, of course, does neither. So I think we can just move right along, right?
Yeah, it does nothing crazy. I heard someone talk about an aggro priest. I know that may not be the best and most impressive thing, but I did see cards that could help that. There are cards that do boost, whether they're a minion or a spell. But I don't see this one card creating a whole new type of thing. But that was all.
No, I mean, it's a 1-mana 1/4. I mean, I guess you could play it, in like combo priest or something if you really wanted to. It's got a big butt. But
yeah, they had a list where they had like a Shadow Ascendant. They gave it Apotheosis, like other stuff just to buff it. But it's just like I don't see it as powerful. We can go to more powerful cards, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Combustion. It's a 3-mana epic mage spell. Deal 4 damage to a minion. Any excess damage goes to both neighbors. So that's pretty interesting, right? I mean,
I think it's interesting. I don't know how good it is, but at the same time, it might not be bad.
Well,
I think in wild, I think it doesn't barely kill even a weak minion, like a 3/4 totem golem on turn 2. So you're spending 3 mana on a 2-mana card. I think it's just not quite there. But the fact that the excess has to be excess for it to go on the board. I don't think it's quite there, but I think it's.
Well, and Ben, you were talking about. Oh, sorry, Hydra, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't know if it's like an include like in say like a Reno mage or anything, but I don't think that you're sad to discover it though, or just have it randomly like added to it. It's kind of a type of card that I feel like you're not going to slot into your deck, but when you get it, you can utilize it and use it where it.
I can definitely see that. It can be useful. But it's not going to make the cut for a deck, I don't think.
No, I agree. And I think, Ben, you were saying earlier, potential new archetype, like if we wanted to do some kind of spell mage in wild, maybe it has a one of, I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting though. Yeah. I like that they're experimenting with new mechanics. This reminds me, it's essentially like
it's like a weaker rolling fireball kind of.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's essentially that like trample for magic, right? So like the rollover damage. It's an interesting concept. So I don't know. We'll see where they go with it, but I like that they're thinking outside the box.
So, yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's quite there for wild.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next up we've got Headmaster Kel'thuzad. So this is a legendary neutral minion, 5-mana 4/6 with spell burst. If the spell destroys any minions, summon them. Now in the reveal for this, for whatever reason, I think they played Kel'thuzad with like a brawl, and he survived. And he survived the brawl. I think, and it summoned everything else, but maybe not. I mean, I'm curious, right? Does he, with the way this works, does he have to survive or not? Probably not.
Yes,
right?
He does.
I have no idea.
He does.
So
I wish I had the link to prove it, but he does. I read it.
So brawl seems super risky to me, right? Like, wouldn't you do something else?
Okay, yeah, it's not good with brawl if that's the case, but it's still good with other spells. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what spell you would use it on, but anything you use it with, if it kills.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, something. It could go in a Reno deck pretty easy, probably.
I would never.
There's no cheap spells that kill like whole boards. If there was like a cheap spell that killed a whole board, like a cheap twisting nether for under 5, it would be.
Hagatha's scheme, maybe.
There you go. But so this fits into a shaman deck. I can 100% see that in like a big shaman. But the problem is the menu, so you don't want it big shaman. But I mean, a deck type like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would never try to actually run this with Brawl. I feel like that's such a high roll,
right.
but say like that was your last resort and your original plan was to like use an execute or something like that. On something big, and then you would get it then instead, and that would be a cheap way of basically destroying and stealing a minion.
I mean, maybe like even in Priest, just say you use like Shadow or Death plus this. I guess it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what it is, you know, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. And
I
again,
think I think it's a build around like kind of thing. Like if you have a deck that it works with, it's fine. But I don't think you necessarily go looking to put it in your deck.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me personally, I just like that they're doing something new. This is a new concept, and this card is going to look freaking awesome in gold.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good card. There's nothing. It's not a bad card. It's just hard to fit into a deck for Wild.
Yeah, yeah.
The only combo I thought of was the new Shadow Word, where it destroys all minions with 5 attack and more.
Ooh.
There you go.
So that's all I could think of.
Oh, that'd be pretty gross. Yeah.
A priest, yeah.
Yeah. I like it. All right, what do we got next? This is a dual class card called Steel Dancer. It is an epic. Looks like it's a rogue and warrior. 4 mana, 4/4 with a battle cry. Summon a random minion with cost equal to your weapon's attack.
I've already thought of the card that this is broken with, but it's a bad card. But who cares? Because I want to try.
Written all over it.
I don't remember the name of the weapon, but what's the weapon of the weapon and warrior that it gets? You get a attack equal to your armor.
Ooh. Or you have to go through the archives.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah,
that could be interesting. I don't remember the name of that card.
It's not playable right now, but it might become playable.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I was thinking of is like some sort of like Kingsbane Oil Rogue shenanigans where you're just making a big weapon, and every time you smack him, you get like a 8/8 or something like that popping off.
Yeah, that was my first. That was the warrior weapon that gets bigger with your armor, and then you could just play that shield block up again to play that, and then just get more armor and more armor and more armor.
Interesting.
Yeah, you could also shadow step this in Rogue, right? So you could play it, get a big guy, shadow step, play it again, get another big guy.
Trying to open Hearthstone so I can look. I think it was a
bladed gauntlet.
That's it.
Shout out to Goliath in the chat. Bladed gauntlet. And I think Electric Sheep is in the chat. Will it be good? No. Will it be fun? Yeah. I mean, that's probably most of these cards, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next up is
stat line's not bad.
Wait, sorry. Would you say the stat line? I'll bring it back up. It's a 4 mana 4/4. I mean,
yeah, that's not bad.
All right, next up I have the Rogue Legendary Minion. It's called Infiltrator Lillian. It's a 4 mana 4/2 with stealth, and it also has a death rattle that says summon a 4/2 Forsaken Lillian that attacks a random enemy. So
going face
time.
I have a feeling it's good, but I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's interesting. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not a good rogue player. I mean, I've got golden rogue, but I pirated my way there. So
there was a point in time where there was a lot of not a lot, but there was a death rattle rogue deck where you play this spell where it activates the death rattle twice, and then there's other ways to activate death rattle, etc., etc. I think it was Doom I came across, or somebody randomly scrolling on Twitter today, where they were talking about this idea I thought of, so I'm glad I saw them tweet it because I couldn't really put it all together. But they found a way to do like an OTK. I gotta find this tweet, and if I can't get it on the live show here, that's more incentive for the audio listeners to join our Discord because I'll put the link in there. They found a way to do an OTK with this card. It looks pretty
No,
cool.
that's pretty cool. I don't know what that would have been, so that'd be interesting to see.
I mean, I like the idea that there's potential that this goes face.
That's what I like.
So.
And the fact that it's stealth, I mean, I guess there's a lot of ways to kill like a 2 health stealth minion, but like if they can't kill it, 8 damage to face for 4 mana, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got next. And I don't have a picture of the Forsaken Lily, and I saw it around somewhere, but I don't have it, unfortunately. Next up is a Demon Hunter card. It's a 7 mana rare spell called Cycle of Hatred. It says deal 3 damage to all minions. Summon a 3/3 spirit for every minion killed. So it looks like they're looking at kind of. So I mean, what we saw in Ashes of Outland was very aggressive Demon Hunter. And just from the you don't say, right?
Yeah. I think that Demon Hunter is an aggressive class. I don't ever see this ever making any deck, but hey.
It looks like, I mean, and it's too early to say, I think, right? But it looks like from some of the new cards that we've seen, that they're going a little bit more control with it. I don't know how successful the class will be at that. It's too early to tell. I don't.
For Wild, I think it's
but I'll tell you, years. I do think there's a good card that they've already released for Demon Hunter. It'll come up. We'll talk about it.
All right. I mean, this is interesting. I feel like it's kind of expensive.
I don't think this one's going to ever make any... I mean, if there's ever a big Demon Hunter, but right now there's not, so...
Well, and 7, I don't know. I guess in Wild, like, what is there that's 3 damage, right? That, some of the more aggressive decks, like your...
I don't think this gets played in Standard either, Breadstick. I think it's just not playable and current Demon Hunter decks.
Well, I think it's so expensive, right? It's 7 mana deal 3 to everything.
People, one thing I've noticed, and it'll get lower and lower as Hearthstone goes. I think it's around 6 mana right now, maybe 5. But the longer that Hearthstone goes on, the more expensive a card is, the more busted it has to be. And there's a big difference in playing 1 card a turn and 2. So anything above 5 mana has to be absurd to get play, and this is not absurd.
The only thing I will say about it is if you guys both have a board of, smaller things and you destroy everything, because it does deal damage to all minions, right? It still leaves you with a board. That's
true. Good.
Right? So it's got that, but it's quite expensive. But it does have that.
I could see it if it did 5 damage or something like that. But I'm trying to think, like, if it takes you until 7 mana against even Shaman, you're dead. Against Pirate Warrior, you're dead. Token Druid, you're dead, right? And then by the time you hit 7 mana against any of the Reno decks or like Cubelock or something like that, like 3 damage is not going to clear the board. So I'm a little skeptical. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I guess we'll see. It's really difficult to make like accurate predictions, seeing so few of the cards. But we'll see. I mean, it's a different direction than what they were doing previously, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But.
At least they're trying to give the big archetype something.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be it.
All right. Well, let's move on. The next card is a dual class Priest and Warlock. It's called Brittle Bone Destroyer. It's a rare card. It's 4 mana 3/3 with a battle cry. If your hero's health changed this turn, destroy a minion. I freaking love this. It's
so good,
right?
This is my new Wild Spine.
Yeah, and this is pretty versatile. I think at least and honestly, it makes me wonder if we start playing the Spellstone in Warlock again.
Yeah, we will.
So we'll see. I mean, this is it's very interesting. A Vilespine for Priest, a Vilespine for Warlock.
I haven't really been playing it because obviously it's terrible in this meta. It's like tier 4 at best. Evenlock. I play Moarg from this set in Evenlock because it's really, really good with the healing and stuff and the spell stone and everything. So I think between Moarg, this, and the new giant that we're gonna get, I think Evenlock's coming back.
Ooh, this and Evenlock seems good because you can.
The only issue is that Mage is gonna kill Warlock, but if Mage wasn't around, this card is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The issue I have with it is it's a weak body, and then Evenlock you kind of want bigger bodies, which is why I think it might only end up being a one of, but we'll have to see when we play with it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's removal. I guess the way you have to look at it though is like it's a 4-mana 3/3.
Yeah.
But if you have to hero power with this, so really it's a 6-mana 3/3 destroy a card.
5 mana.
Yeah, 5 mana and Evenlock, right? Yeah. So we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic. I like the idea of it. I can see definitely putting it in a Reno Warlock, and I don't know, even for sure. I guess we'll see. We'll have to.
Oh yeah, it'll be an even Warlock. It's just a matter if it's a 1 of or 2 of, I think.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got another Warlock card. It is called Boneweb Egg. It is a rare card. 2 mana 0/2 with a death rattle. Summon 2 2/1 spiders. If you discard this, trigger its death rattle. That's an interesting effect.
I think his card is very interesting because a lot of people are just slotting it into Zoo. And the only reason I don't know if it makes it is because in the current Wild Zoo, you don't have cards for your cards, right? Like you just have the discard mechanic. So like, don't discard this. What does it do? It's really hard to activate.
That's true. It's only based on discard. We're not buffing anything, right?
Right.
So it'll just sit there and no one's gonna attack it. It'll
So
just
unless you're playing like PO and then the 2 mana 2/2 that gives you lackeys or whatever. So maybe you just have to change Zoo up and change the way it's built if you want to make this card good. But it is a good card if you have ways to activate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
It's fun though. I like the discard mechanic, even though I don't particularly like the deck and don't really play the deck. I think it's interesting, and for the people that do enjoy that type of deck, hopefully we'll see what they come up with. Because I won't be able to build it, but I will try it. Whoever comes up with it, I will try it.
Right on.
Okay, sorry, I'm distracted. The new card just got announced, and so chat's hooking us up. Imic, thank you for the link with the translated text. So we'll drop it on at the end. It looks a little spicy, so should be cool. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait to react.
All right, next up we got this is a dual class legendary for Warlock and Priest called Disciplinarian Gandling. It's a 4-mana 3/6. After you play a minion, destroy it and summon a 4/4 failed student. The effect I think is really interesting. I'm not quite sure what it goes in. Is this like an egg zoo type of thing? Like
it's got to be lackeys or eggs, anything that's cheap or you can flood the board with. I guess maybe it might be able to go with that last card we were looking at.
I think Rogue would love this card.
Yes. Yeah, for
would.
sure. I think that the eggs work well. Lackeys work well. What I really like about it, number one, the artwork is super rad, but number two, I think that the stats are really good. Like
amazing.
Even a 4-mana 3/6 is very good. You play it. Sheep says you could play it with Terran Gorefiend, which I like as well.
It's got the water element.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, come up with some kind of egg thing. I think it's just in the wrong class. That's my first instinct. It's a good card, but in the wrong class.
Yeah, it is a little interesting. I could see that.
For me, I like this card where I really want to play into its power.
Paladin would love it.
Yeah.
But for what it is, Priest Warlock, I like that the 4/4 failed students are 4 mana. So if I play some lackeys, I'm gonna find evolve lackeys, and I'm trying to roll those into 5/6s and see what I can do there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm not gonna play this on turn 4 or turn 5. I'm waiting until later.
Yeah.
But I want to try this out. Some lackeys.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, I think lackeys is definitely the way to go with it for sure. An eggs type thing. Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here you go, Ben. Flesh Giant. It's your
Yes.
It's a epic minion, 8 mana, 8/8. Costs 1 less for each time your hero's health changed during your turns. What's interesting is this is, you gain health, you lose health.
That's Warlock in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
I mean, even Warlock anyway.
Yeah, so I'm curious, I assume this goes in even Warlock. That was my first thought too.
Yeah.
We'll see. I assume it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm smiling about this.
In even Warlock, you're tapping pretty much every turn, right? So
I think it's the weakest giant. I will honestly say that it's the weakest giant because it's not going to be on turn 4 or turn 5. It's going to be like a turn 5 on 5 mana on turn 4. So you would never keep it in the mulligan. But I still think it fits in the deck. I mean, it's an 8/8. That's what Evenlock does.
Yeah. We'll see. It seems interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm curious if it ever actually makes it in a priest deck, though. Because, everyone's talking Warlock. Right?
I don't think Priest wants to kill... Raza Priest is what, would play it in, and Raza Priest doesn't care about minions.
Yeah.
They care about card draw.
We'll see, I guess. It's strange.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you can make it cost 0, so it's an extra ping, but I don't know if that makes it worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time seeing it slotted into that, but it's again, it's really hard to say definitively without seeing the rest of the cards because there could be some synergy that we just haven't seen yet.
Here's a random question: that if say somehow this ended up in your hand as a shaman, okay? Somehow, I don't know. I don't know how. But when you play,
shaman does things.
when you play Healing Rain, and you go up 1 health each turn, would that just instantly make this 0 if you could somehow?
I think it would.
That just crossed my mind. I don't know if that would ever happen, but hey, stuff happens.
So it could happen. So I'll bridge into your idea. This card, I was thinking it would have to be in some kind of different weird deck where maybe the base is aggro because they have that 1/4 1 mana card. You can play some 2-drops, 3-drops that boost other minions, some spells that will boost other minions so they can survive the early rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also this 1 mana priest card that I don't think anyone's ever played. It's called Shadow Bomber. It deals 3 damage to each hero. So we have cards. We have cards like Renew. We have cards like Penance that heal us back up. I see a lot of ways to fluctuate the health going up and down to play this card. I'm not saying the deck is competitive. I just see ways to make it work. That's why I like Reveal Season because I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I don't like looking negative. I like to see the ways a card would work, regardless if it's tournament worthy or not. So to bridge to the other idea, I think this card is pretty good. We can easily lose health as a priest and then gain it back, no problem.
Oh yeah,
I like that take on it. Some
kind of aggro priest. I mean, they got Apotheosis and that split. Maybe there's some kind of way that you can build an aggro deck with it.
Yeah,
I can actually see it. I don't know how to build it, but I can see it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Mike, I like that approach because I think it's really easy to crap all over the cards and say, oh, it's not good enough. Oh, it's not good enough. But I like that kind of think outside the box approach. One of us somewhere can find a way to make this work. Whether it's competitive or not is a different story, but I'm sure that there's something we could do with it. So I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, next one up is a priest minion. It is a 4 mana epic. It's called Cabal Acolyte. It's 4 mana 2/6 with taunt, and it also has spell burst, gain control of a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. Which is it's oddly specific.
If you watched, I don't know if you saw it. I watched the video on this card because at first I thought it was okay, it's just kind of a weaker or similar power level Cabal, Shadow Breed or whatever, the one that steals your thing, the Cabal, which is good. It's fine, but it's actually better because it's something they don't note it on the card, but whenever you can gain control of that enemy minion, it actually has rush.
That could be good.
Yeah.
So I think that card is pretty good.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like as somebody who's played a lot of aggro, like Potion of Madness is one of the things that annoyed me the most.
Mm-hmm.
So this essentially does that, when you spell burst it. So
yeah, we'll see. Well, and we know from playing.
I think it might Electric Sheep. I'm not sure. I think it might fit into Raza Priest.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I think we definitely know that Raza Priest has a lot of really cheap spells. But I mean, typically you use them when you're trying to combo off at the end, though, right? Not. I mean, you use them for utility along the way if you're trying to not die. So I don't know. I mean, it depends what the minion is, but it's always nice to steal, like a Mad Scientist or something like that. Is fun to steal.
Yeah, I think it's a good card for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's genius! Stealing a Mad Scientist.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Or anything that has a death rattle. You steal. I don't know.
I just wish it said 3 or less attacks so I can just steal a Void Lord. That'd be sweet.
Oh, Void Lord, Sorcerer's Apprentice, all the dangerous 3 attack. Yeah.
Well, and the Mage Prime. I've had one of those stolen before, and that feels bad. So
that Mage Prime is so broken.
Oh, it's so fun though.
It's not broken because it's slow, and the fact that you have to draw it again, but it's so good when you do get it that second time.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're on the priest class, I forgot to say something before to Hydralisk. So playing as priest, we could have 2 thought steals against a shaman, and then get their healing rain, and then go for the giant. But back to this card. Sorry.
There we go. There's the connection. I knew there had to be one somewhere.
Yeah, my bad.
We're gonna live out the dream.
Hey, I mean, people get Caldera Drake as a priest all the time, right?
Yeah.
And what are the chances of that? So it can happen.
I did in THL. That's awesome. That stuff is awesome.
All right. Next up is it's a mage legendary minion called Mozaki Master Duelist. It's a 5-mana 3/8. After you cast a spell, gain spell damage +1.
Oh man. Yo.
I feel like Mage got shafted. Yes. Can make it work.
Yo, I love this card.
You do? I'm curious because I don't see a way right now. Like, I don't know what I put this in. I mean, it's definitely it's interesting to me. I mean, but I remember way back when Burn Priest was a thing, or Burn Mage. I mean, it was like like Freeze Mage, like old classic Freeze Mage. When you didn't combo off, you just you hit them in the face for a lot of damage. Like,
that's what I was wondering, if you could freeze their board enough till you had all your burn in your hand, and then you plop this down and you just send in everything face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some kind of freeze burn. That's the first thing I think is it's got to be like a freeze burn deck.
Yep.
Yeah. Combination of the two. Yeah.
Freezer burn. All right.
Freezer burn. we coined it now. Freezer burn.
Do we find the
Mike will make it work. I believe in Mike. He'll make it work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love this card. I can't wait.
Do we find the name of this week's episode?
Freezer burn.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
Freezer burn. BenFromWork.
Okay, so this one is interesting, and it took me a minute to even realize. I thought that this was a Demon Hunter card, but this is a dual class.
This one's dual?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at this is dual class.
Wait, what?
This is
you can barely tell, but if you look at the bottom of the card, it's kind of split.
Yeah,
darker.
Yeah. This is gonna be nutty. So this is
oh my goodness.
Dual class legend, Demon Hunter and Hunter. This is called Ace Hunter Kreen. It's a 3-mana 2/4. Your other characters are immune while attacking. So that's your minions and your hero.
That's a great card for aggro.
This is a great, like, man, this is a great card. Period.
Yeah.
Side note: this is Hunter Ace's tribute card for Winning Worlds.
Oh yeah.
Dang! 2 years later.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know they did it out of order. I know they gave Lion hers in the last set. So
this is besides the point. I can't hate. Congrats to Hunter Ace.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's a sick card. Damn. Hey, you know what? I'll wait 2 years to get a sick card like this.
Right. To get a dual class legend.
I don't think he'll answer, but let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to call him. I have him in my friends.
Oh, rad! You do? That's super cool.
It's also it's odd, guys. So odd Demon Hunter.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
barf. I'll be right back.
I
Yeah,
wasn't paying attention to that.
yeah, yeah. If you're going against like say another aggro deck, and you guys got a bunch of stuff on the board, you plop this down and you just destroy their entire board. Congratulations.
Damn.
I didn't even think. I totally missed that.
Yeah, how long till it's nerfed to 4 mana? We'll see.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, the card just seems solid, right? I mean, even the stats are good
The
too.
thing is, though, like as good as this card is, and it will fit in all the aspects, I'm happy with the legendary because at least then it's not consistently or always facing you on turn 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I have less issue with super powerful cards when they're legendaries because they're one of.
That's true. That's a good point.
I think
Smart thinking.
Mike's gonna be excited about this next card because it's all about his ketchup and mustard.
It is the hammer of ketchup and mustard. This is a dual class weapon, ceremonial maul. It is a warrior paladin, epic, 3-cost 2/2 with spell burst. Summon a student with taunt and stats equal to the spell's cost. That is a mouthful. Okay, so you play this weapon while you've got it out. You cast a spell, and it creates a minion with taunt and stats equal to the spell's cost. The only thing
How do we break it, Mike? How do we break it? You're the paladin expert. How do we break this?
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but the things that excited me about it, the spells I liked were prismatic lens, consecration, call to arms if we're playing a more aggressive approach. If we're playing a long game, maybe something like lay on hands. I like to think of different ideas, even if they're not going to be amazing, because the paladin's already way at the bottom, as we all know. So,
well, what about that? You've got that Libram, the 8 mana one. You know, even if it's reduced down to 6 or whatever.
Oh, the 9, yeah,
or whatever, however much it costs.
It starts at 9, but it goes down during the game. Yeah. But yeah, this weapon's pretty sweet. I thought it was pretty cool when I saw it. Obviously, it's not overpowered, but I think it's pretty cool flavor.
I wish it had 3 attacks, but it's
looks
still
like ketchup
good.
and mustard.
It kind of looks like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, yeah.
It may only have 2 attack, but since it's, I don't know, if you're going to use it in warrior, you can definitely buff it.
Yeah, so from the warrior side, what do you guys think? What do you like?
Interesting.
I mean, I don't really...
It happens after brawl.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it fits in warrior, to be honest, but I mean, I'm sure people that are like warrior can figure it out.
You could put it in an odd warrior deck.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't know. The spell burst only happens once, right? That's a one-time effect.
One time, yeah.
So, maybe you play this into brawl. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's interesting. I am the worst warrior player. I don't know. I watched Concerned Mom play Dead Man's Hand Warrior for 2 hours the other night, and it just blew my mind a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I could see it in Odd Warrior, but kind of as a maybe. I think the other weapons are a little better, but the effect might be cool. I mean,
I like the effect.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
It took me 2 hours to watch one Dead Man's Hand game. Yeah, there was. I watched at least 2 games. Man. I watched at least 2 games, but I learned a lot watching Concerned Mom play. That was good. All right, okay, and here's another one. Calling 3E wherever you are. Totem Goliath is a shaman epic minion. It's a 5 mana 4/5 totem. With Death Rattle, summon all 4 basic totems, and it's got Overload of 2. This is some weird stuff, man. I don't know. The Overload, I think, kills it a little bit. And there's
a synergy with this.
Yeah, the one that gives you Alakir. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Death Rattle, though. I wish if it was a Battle Cry, we could make it work. I don't know.
Did someone say Goliath?
I think this card would have definitely been good as a battle cry. As a death rattle, it definitely makes it a lot harder to play.
Like, man, if this gets silenced, you're just sad, right? I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. And I could see, I mean, a couple weeks ago we hung out with 3E and we played Odd Shaman. And it's definitely an interesting deck. I don't know. This card, the Overload kills it a little bit for me. And the Death Rattle.
I think the Death Rattle is what's kind of letting down. I feel like this card was really cool, and then they put Death Rattle instead of Battle Cry.
Battle Cry would have felt pretty busted to me.
Yeah, Battle Cry would have been cool.
Cool, definitely. Broken, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see. I mean, I am happy that we're getting another totem, right? I mean, anytime that they're going to do some kind of class synergy or...
I didn't notice it was a totem.
It is a totem, yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that either, actually.
Smelly fish, yummy fish.
And so, I mean, but actually, this could be interesting, you know, because you've got some 0 mana totem buffs. You know, or this with the axe to duplicate it, that'd be pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it feels a little bit slow if we're playing.
Yeah. I think they killed the card themselves with Death Rattle. That's what I just hanging up on it. I just wish it was a Battle Cry.
All right. Well, let's talk about something nutty instead. Check this out. So talk about disruption, right? And I think all I saw all day once this was posted was that people were hoping to use this card against Mage.
Yep, that's the card I was talking about earlier.
Okay, so yeah, here we have it. It's called Glide. It is a Demon Hunter spell, 4 mana rare. It says shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 4 cards, and outcast your opponent does the same. So this is just like there's a Pokemon card called Judge that does this. Both players shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 4. The idea that I hear people saying is quest mage. Typically, right? You never complete the quest and play the quest on the same turn. So you're sitting on the quest reward. You know, if you can make them shuffle the quest reward into their deck, that feels super awesome.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I just think it's good. It's just a plain good card because you dump your hand and then you refill it. And then if your opponent's a class and they have more than 4 cards, you're literally deleting cards from their hand and you're drawing your deck basically because your aggro deck is just insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely busted. If this card was even at 5 mana and Odd Demon Hunter, it would make the deck good again.
I agree. Well, and the other thing I think is interesting about it is, you know, we started to see the resurgence a little bit of some of the combo decks. We started to see some Mally Druid, some Togwaggle, and some, you know, some
I
funky...
can see this card being nerfed. I can tell you that right now. I think this card will end up being nerfed
You think
instant.
so? To what, though? I wonder. I mean, maybe 5 mana? So that we can put it in Odd Demon Hunter? Please do that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Right.
Oh man.
I'll take it.
Oh man.
I don't know. It's interesting for sure.
I don't really mind if they put it up a mana or 2 though, because I don't like you're trying to disrupt their combo, and like turn 4. I mean, they probably don't have their combo ready.
No,
right?
Probably not. But I think because it's got Outcast, that you've got to, you know, it does require you to play around a little bit.
Does it though? Because you're a hyper aggro deck. Dumping your hand, you're only gonna have 1 or 2 cards in hand anyway.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It'll make its way to the left pretty quick if you're dumping your hand.
Yeah.
The only thing that's funky, right? If so, we're looking
It's not
from
a control card. It's a hyper aggro card for sure.
It is, and if we're looking at this from a wild perspective, like we don't.
If there's a hyper aggro Demon Hunter that's not odd, it's good. Period.
Yeah, the question is, I don't know. Anytime I see someone queue up Demon Hunter in Wild, and it's not odd, you think, oh, oops, somebody forgot that one of these cards was nerfed and hasn't changed their deck list or something like it, because normal Demon Hunter just hasn't been good enough. I mean, we'll see. Something might change. I don't know. The card itself is awesome.
Yeah, the card's crazy.
Draw 4 cards. Aggro likes draw. Like,
right? I mean, at the bare minimum, it's a 4 mana draw 4.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right? That's great, especially for an aggro deck. Like, that's awesome. You want that. The question I always ask myself when I'm looking at these cards or building a deck or whatever is like, okay, if I'm mid game and I top deck this, am I going to be happy or am I going to be sad? Like, I'm always happy to see this unless it's the bottom card in my deck. You know, like this seems great.
Yeah, I think this is probably, in my opinion, I mean, just from the cards that we've seen, it's probably top 2 or 3 cards in the entire set.
I like it.
I'm loving this card. Thumbs up.
All right, let's okay, so here, or Mike, do you have anything to add before I move over?
As far as like playing aggressive, obviously I'd love to dump my hand, play this turn forward, and get more cards, and then playing against any other deck that's looking to do something crazy. I obviously love this card for the outcast effect. So as far as cards that have been revealed, to me, this is in my top 3. This card is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's okay, here's the next one. This is your Firebat rap card.
That's now that I look at the face, that's who he was trying to be. I was thinking he was trying to do a Kel'thuzad. When you look at
yeah, no, you're right. It is the guy on the card.
It's the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so Philosophy, it's an epic spell, dual class, Warlock and Demon Hunter. Copy the lowest demon in your hand. Outcast, give both +1/+1. This is real interesting to me, and I think that it definitely sees play in Demon Hunter. I think we could make it work in Warlock. I'm not quite sure of the correct build yet, but you give us a
I
week or
don't
two.
know what cards it is. I don't know how to do it, but there's got to be something broken with that, I would think.
There is. We just haven't quite figured it out yet. There'll be something. It could be Zoo. It could be Zoo. It could be discard. There's a bunch of demons in that. We could slam this in Cubelock. I don't know. It could work. I don't know.
It's got potential. I just don't know how to break, but I do know somebody will.
Yeah. Hagel Daniel, we're talking to you. Please break this card. Or someone else. I mean, I don't know. I'll be experimenting with it. I think it'll be interesting in Demon Hunter. I'm not quite sure because
I think it's got more potential in Warlock.
I agree. Just because the demon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I keep forgetting this card is dual class.
Right?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's and Warlock with Outcast. That seems like a fun idea, right? So
yeah.
All right, we got a few more here. We got a lot here. In fact, I'm gonna this soda's going right through me. I'm gonna kick it over to one of you guys and run to the restroom. So, Mike, you want to take this?
What do we got next?
Playmaker. We're on Playmaker. Yeah.
Let me get this image here.
I got it pulled up if you want.
Yeah, if you mind spotting me.
Yeah. So Playmaker is a warrior 3 mana 4/3. After you play a rush minion, summon a copy with 1 health remaining. So that's quite interesting, and it's epic, by the way. After you play a rush minion, summon a copy with 1 health remaining. So, like, for example, if you had Ziliax, I mean, that's kind of crazy, right?
Yep.
There's a lot of heal right there.
All the warrior decks that play the self-damaging stuff would like this, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I don't have too much more to say about that one.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's not my type of card, so I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's a good card. That kind of deck.
Yeah,
Play it, so I don't know.
What's that there, Mike? You're going a little bit robot.
Blood boil brute.
Oh, do we lose you, Mike?
I think
we can't hear Mike there.
Oh no. Okay. Do we?
We're done with Playmaker, though. We can go on to Archwitch Willow.
This is a funny card because I saw this and my immediate reaction was like, "Oh my god, I'm in love," and then everyone proceeded to tell me how it was too slow and how it's terrible, and I don't care. I like it anyways. I think it's probably really too slow, right? I mean,
yeah, it's way too slow. You already have the weapon which does this for you.
That's true. That's true.
It won't make the cut in a competitive deck, but it is cool, and I will play with it because it's Warlock.
Right. I like the idea, and I like that it's a battle cry and not a death rattle. So we pull a demon from your hand, you pull one from your deck. At 9 cost though, I don't know. Right?
Yeah,
at 7.
The weapon does what this wants to do for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, at 7 it would be broken. I think at 8 it would be better. At 9 it seems a little too slow. But like by turn 9, I want to be kind of closing things out or comboing out or something. Like it feels a little slow.
Yeah.
Maybe one day there's something where you're trying to shuffle a certain demon into your deck, and then you want to pull it with this or something. Like who knows? There's potential down the road. But right now it seems slow. But this one day could be broken. Who knows?
I almost wonder, do you put this in like a Reno lock or something like that where, maybe if I'm digging for something, I want to, Reno lock only runs like 4 or 5 demons. Like maybe...
and they don't really like to run the weapon. So maybe Reno lock plays this, but I don't really know, to be honest, if competitive side, is Reno lock ever going to be good again? I don't
know. People still hit legend with it every month. I mean, it's not what it was. I don't know. I like the idea. I really like the idea.
I like the idea. I just think it's too expensive. That's the only issue with it.
Can we just fix it? Make it cost 8, maybe 7?
I think it needs to cost 7. I think that's kind of where it needs to be.
7 is scary.
Okay, you remember the one time, right? One time they took cards and they buffed them. What is it? They made Luna's Pocket Galaxy cost a lot less, and I don't remember what I don't remember what else there was because Luna's kind of broke the game. But like, I don't know. Just reduce the mana cost a tiny bit.
I think it's 7 mana. I would see playing wild at 9. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I'll cry a little bit about this card, but that's okay.
You're still gonna craft it in gold?
Probably not. Maybe at some point I'd like to. At some point I'd like to.
Hey, they changed stuff before when they did that. Everything standard, all the wild cards, but then they like buffed and nerfed cards. Maybe they'll buff this card in the future.
I hope so. Imik is asking like, why don't you just play Cruel instead? So if you compare this to Cruel, costs 9 mana also, and it's a Highlander card that says, if you've got no duplicates, then pull all the demons from your hand onto the battlefield. This will the thing that I like about this card is that it thins your deck. So this is gonna pull a demon from your deck. And I like that.
But the first thinking I have there is like if you're playing like a Cubelock or something, playing Sense Demons, so you already have the demons in your hand.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it depends which version too. I mean, if you're playing a heavy demon version where I'm running two Void Callers, 2 Void Lords, 2 of the Dread, whatever it is, the new one, plus a Mal'Ganis, plus Doom Guards. Like, there's a lot to pull from. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just needs to be cheaper. It is a cool card, though. I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. All right, well, let's move on. We lost Mike. Hopefully, I think he's trying to reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one up is it's a neutral minion, 1 mana, 1/1 common called Penflinger. I love that when we see these come over pre-translation, they're always either fluffy something or other, or I think this one said better Elven Archer, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So this is it says Battlecry, deal 1 damage, spell burst, return this to your hand. So I don't know. Maybe we Quest Rogue.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I actually like sure, everybody's gonna hate me for saying that, but I enjoyed the deck. It was definitely broken, and there was no doubt it needed to be nerfed.
Oh, I don't hate you for it. I enjoyed it as well. I only played it before the first nerf. I played a lot of it. It evolved after that.
So did I.
But it was just it was so much fun. Like but then I got a lot of friend requests.
It was very cancer because when you played it, it is not fun at all. It needed to go. They needed to kill it. They did the right thing, but it was still a cool deck while it lasted.
Yeah,
Played against it.
Hey, are you back, Mike?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can now.
All right.
cool.
All right. Okay, next up we have a dual class legend. This is a rogue and warrior legend called Dr. Krastinov. It's a 5-mana 4/4 with rush. Whenever this attacks, give your weapon +1/+1. So
it's another what's the buff one?
it's that 4-mana one. Hold on, it's the what is it? Blade.
I have it. I know I own it. Let me look. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about it. It reminds me of this Steel Dancer that we saw earlier. Same type of synergy here, right? Well, this one says summon a
Greenskin.
It's
Captain,
like
another Greenskin.
Captain Greenskin, yeah. So there's
like
definitely
another Greenskin. But it's not a pirate, is it? I don't know. I didn't see.
No,
it's not a pirate. So that was the thing. If this was a pirate, it would be probably way too good because it also has rush. It would be like a green skin with rush. So
maybe Pirate Warrior still plays it though.
Hey, this card plus Playmaker, you get 2 of them. It's a good play right there.
There you go.
Pirate Warrior might still play it because at this point, because this is turn 5, right? So you're probably already been beating them down a bit, and then you want to drop this guy, clear off whatever threat they have on the board.
Plus buff your weapon. Like
Buff your weapon.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean I hit Legend with Pirate Warrior month before last, and that's what we were trying to do, right? Keep your.
It might be too slow for Pirate Warrior, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
But right, if it cost 4 mana, it'd be broken, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness.
4 mana, 4/4 rush, +1/+1 your weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Yeah.
All right.
I could see it. So Imic is saying in the chat, if when we use this with the bomb weapon, whatever it's called, Wrench Caliber, right?
Mm-hmm.
This would be interesting. I've seen a lot of bomb warrior lists running around lately. That could be interesting. At least it disrupts all the Reno stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I think that. Sorry, wait. What's up, Mike?
Brett 6 points out that he believes this is why Corsair Cash got nerfed.
Could be.
Yeah.
Dr. Krastinov.
Interesting. That could be. No, I mean it makes sense. And I mean I have a similar idea along those same lines later when we get to these other cards.
I think Odd Rogue plays this.
You know what? I think that's a really good point. I think Odd Rogue does play this.
Oh.
I had not thought of that at all. I miss my Odd Rogue.
That's a really interesting point because it's actually the card seems like busted good in Odd Rogue.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. All right, you heard that on Born to Be Wild, okay?
We called it here first.
I like that quite a bit. Yeah, good call.
Hey,
All right.
It would be cool in Odd Rogue, real quick, for you change.
Yeah.
If you're like, if it's crazy, but if like you had Sonya and then you kill this off and then you get to trade in enough times to like boost your weapon up for a lethal, it might be 1 in a million, but I want to see that on Show Them somewhere.
There you go.
Tag the show.
There you go. All right. Next one up is Demon Hunter Legendary Minion. It's a 4-mana 4/3 called Star Student Stelina. It's got Outcast. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand. Shuffle one of them into their deck. like this is really interesting. And I think that I don't remember if it was today or yesterday, earlier this week.
There's your anti-quest mage.
Right. Well, they started talking about class identity lately, and one of the things that they were saying for Demon Hunter, typically any class, it's two things, right? It's and with Demon Hunter they were saying, look, it's aggression, but it's also disruption because you've got mana burn and some other things. So this is definitely disruption. And I think this honestly is a lot better in Wild than in Standard because we've got a lot of combo decks. We've got a lot of Highlander decks. So,
yeah, but the thing is, the only real deck is odd. So until the non-odd decks come up, this is not playable.
Yeah, well, we could always play even.
Yeah.
The meme. The dream meme.
I think the card is good. It's not an odd, so it's not going to be in Wild, unfortunately.
Yeah, I really wish that they had configured even Demon Hunter differently than do nothing.
Yeah, I think they should have done something for it, but the thing is, I don't know what they do, right?
I don't know. They just make the hero make the hero power cost 0. One attack still, not 2, but cost 0. There you go.
No, it can't be 0. Yeah, I can't do that.
We love 0 mana stuff.
Maybe the cards like instead of maybe it goes up to 2 mana, but you get 3 attack.
Yeah, I don't know. It would need something. I wish that they had. I sincerely doubt that they will, but
would that be good? Would that be good though? Like if the hero power actually went up in cost to 2 mana, but you get 3 attack, would it make it worth playing?
I think maybe because typically you've got I don't know, you you might be floating mana as an aggro deck if you're emptying your hand out. I don't know. I'd try it at least.
Yeah.
I like what Breadstick said because I was gonna say something similar. I wish you could have more copies of this card because I like the effect. Like playing in Wild, I would love to play it the turn before I'm gonna kill them, and then I just see that they have Reno in their hand and just put Reno back.
Yeah,
and then hopefully they don't draw him.
I mean, you could play this in your own Reno deck, and you could like Zola it and have more copies.
Yeah,
true that.
It's a good disruption card for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, there's got to be.
That's better than Dirty Rat, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll move on. I think this is one of my favorite ones that I've seen so far. It's called Mage Hunter. It's a Demon Hunter card. It's a rare 3 mana 2/3 with Rush. Whenever this attacks a minion, silence it.
Good card.
Yeah, especially in Wild. You play this on a Void Lord, you play this on a Cube, you play this on Mal'Ganis, you play this on I don't know, a lot of stuff.
I think it's a tech card though. The only issue with this card is that it's so low of attack, so I think it's a tech card in that way, but it's still good.
Yeah.
What is the order on this card? Like when you Earth Shock, what is it, Twilight Drake? It turns into a 4/1 and then it dies because it only has 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
So if you attack an Edwin, like a 12/12 Edwin or something, will it attack, take the damage, die, then silence it, or will it silence it as it attacks, turn it into a 1/1 and kill it?
Ooh.
Like, what's the order?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure. I would think it would silence it first, but I don't know.
We'll have to watch the reveal video. I don't know. Does anyone in chat know? I mean,
I don't know.
I think ideally you silence first and then attack, but I just don't know. I don't know.
We're getting whenever is before in chat. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that. Because if it doesn't kill it, like if it wouldn't kill the Drake and it would silence it after, it would be unplayable. So I guess it kind of matters, but
we'll see, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems, and then someone noted out, this is an odd cost card.
Yeah, it is odd.
I mean, hey, this is so they've got their silence card, right? I don't remember what it's called. 1 mana silence.
Yeah, the 1 mana 1/1.
Silence consume magic, right? Silence a minion, outcast, draw a card. So this is essentially silence on a stick for 3 mana. You got a body, but like I agree with Ben that this is the body's so weak that it doesn't really, especially if you're going to be attacking into something big, this is probably going to die. But the silence on a body is pretty good. But I mean, let me ask you a question though. If for 3 mana, do I just want to play the 3 mana 4/3 silence a minion? Whatever it's called. It's the Spellbreaker.
That's 4 mana.
Oh, is it 4?
Oh, well, there's 3 mana owl, right? 2/1.
Yeah. This is better than Owl, I think. So
it's better than Owl, but not by much. That's the issue. I think the attack is what really hurts the card.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It does have rush, so it'll be an interesting tech card.
Yeah, I think it's a good tech card. I think that's what it is.
I definitely see myself trying it, but that being said, you have to attack the minion that you want to silence. So there's a good chance this dies and the opponent's minion lives. And maybe it lives without its effect, right? But I don't know. Like there's a downside. This is not like broken.
No.
So I don't know. Clearly it's interesting.
I just think it's cool with it. It's like a new thing. Silence upon attack. I mean, it's a new mechanic. It's neat.
Yeah. Well, again, everybody, there's a handful of people in chat, and everybody seems to be of the consensus that as soon as it attacks means when it swings, then that's when it silences. So it's before any sort of damage goes through.
Cool. Well, then it's awesome.
Nice.
I mean, if it's killing an Edwin or something like that, or a Twilight Drake, that is cool.
Yeah. All right. The next one up, and again, they're doing some really interesting mechanics here, and it's something new, which is hard to do. So I like seeing this. So next one up is a neutral minion, neutral legendary called Lorekeeper Polkelt. It's a 4 mana 4/5 with a battle cry. Reorder your deck from the highest cost card to the lowest cost card.
There's no doubt in my mind somebody will break this card.
Oh yeah, hands down. Reno Priest, you can put it in any sort of like Mecha'thun. You could put it in Togwaggle. You could put it in like Mali Druid. I don't know. You think
basically
combo.
anything you need to hit a proper curve to get what you want, right? Like it's amazing.
There's a new Paladin. You could just have this, play it on turn 9. Zeroshio sent it to me. There's this with the Shirvallah. You play Holy Wrath. Like, it's just crazy. If it's still in your deck, if not, you play.
This deck can actually bring Holy Wrath back. It's that powerful.
Yeah, because basically, if Shirvallah's in your deck, you just play this, and then you play Holy Wrath and 25.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, this card's good.
I mean, we're starting to see with this set that they're doing a lot of, they're doing some tutoring stuff. They're doing some scry stuff. They're doing a lot of some more disruption or some reordering. It's really some new things. So I'm excited. And speaking of scry, so this is the card that got revealed to everybody today via email. And I think this is the reason that all of our class weapons now have colors to them, because now we have a neutral legendary weapon. So 1 mana 0/4 legendary neutral weapon called Sphere of Sapience. At the start of your turn, look at your top card. You can put it on the bottom of your library and lose 1 durability. So in Magic, this is called scrying.
Finally,
this is great. Yeah. Just the the idea.
It's an interesting card. Do you pay a mana to maybe get 4 extra looks at cards. I don't know that it's good enough, but I love the mechanic. I think it's very, very interesting. But one thing,
go ahead.
One thing I did think that this actually goes into Secret Mage because it's a way to destroy your Alaneth when you need to.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you don't burn yourself to death.
And it's also still fine because, like, if you know you're not getting a burn card, you can just put it back in your deck. So you abuse this mechanic. I think this actually goes into Secret Mage.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you could just play Blingtron.
Yeah, this is one.
Blingtron destroys your weapon, right? So
yeah, but this also has other options other than destroying the weapon, and the fact that you can play it early and then like just get all your burn and just kill them fast.
Yeah, just memeing.
I think this definitely. I would put this in probably, or like you could put it easily in a Reno deck. You know, if because it typically in a
decks that draw a lot of cards, I think.
Yeah.
Any deck that draws a lot of cards it appreciates.
I mean, I think if I'm in a Reno deck, right, I'm looking for a specific answer, and so this helps me find that. If I'm playing a combo deck, and I'm looking if you're playing combo druid, any sort of Togwaggle or Malygos or anything like that, like if I top deck, a Spreading Plague, I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I'm looking for my Aviana. Like, put that at the bottom. I don't want that right now. Like that, that makes me pretty happy. So, but I mean, dude, you could put this in anything. Like, I don't know, for 1 mana, I'd just stick it in anything. I don't know. I like it. Mike, the people are wanting to see your beautiful face. I don't know if you're having some technical difficulties, so I don't know.
Yeah, I switched to the laptop. I'm on camera on the in this video chat.
Oh,
no, it's not showing up on the stream at all.
Yeah, we can't see it, buddy.
That's weird.
I will say one thing about this card. When it comes to the art, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's the only card I've ever seen that has it's got see-through transparency at the top.
Yeah, no, I think that's an error.
Yeah,
is that an accident or is it going to be like that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Can you imagine? This is going to be rad in gold, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was actually kind of thinking maybe that's kind of a craft because I want to say something about this set is there's a lot of cards that are dual purpose, obviously dual class. And this card here, if it goes in every single class, you got better value for your gold crafts in the set.
Yeah.
Because this one goes with the Maul, a bunch of dual class cards. You get you want the Ceremonial Maul or whatever other dual class cards. If you're going to craft those in gold, it's dual purpose because you can play them in more than one class.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely spicy. I like it. I don't know. I wish that, we keep hearing the idea of an option to upgrade your cards from regular to gold.
Oh, yes.
If they'd let us do that, oh, man, it'd be over.
Yeah. They need to do that sooner than later because I have a bad habit.
So do I.
And especially if they let you do it at a discount, would be pretty neat. Instead of having to pay the full amount that you would normally pay for gold, maybe they give you a 25% off or something if you already have the card.
Right now you gotta buy at least 40 packs, right, to craft a golden legend, pretty much.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, I am very anti-gold. I disenchant every gold card.
We made a song just for you. It's called Dirty Duster.
Dirty Duster.
I can't afford to go gold, man. I am too cheap.
No, I feel you. It's
I envy you, actually.
Yeah, it's a bad habit. It gets quite expensive, especially if you're, playing other games and stuff. But good grief. All right. So here, we need Mike to come back. This is the card that landed mid-show. Okay, so let's see here. It's called Vectis. All right. Hey, Mike. Hey, so here's the one that landed mid-show. This is...
yeah, I haven't seen this one yet.
I have not seen this yet either, and this is a translation. I got this, I think Imic posted it. So I haven't seen an official version, but here we go. So Vectis is a neutral, 5 mana, 4/4 battlecry. Summon 2/1/1 whelps. Each whelp gains the death rattle effect of a friendly minion that died this game.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is what Mike. This is the one that got revealed
really
like
good.
mid-show.
Does Cubelock run this? I would think so.
I don't know, right? I mean, what? So let's compare this to Terran Gorefiend, right?
This is better. This is way better.
What class does this guy teach? It's the academy, right?
Defense against the dark arts. Yeah. This is something.
I mean, any deck that has good death rattles, literally any deck that has a good death rattle card plays it.
Yeah. So this is a translation. This is not official. This is definitely a translation. So we'll get the official one later. I'm afraid to goof with the internet because then you'll lose everybody's cameras. But and look, Imic has posted in the chat the video, so you can see how it's played.
Excellent.
So it's interesting. Sheep says that the whelps are not
I don't
demons.
think this is some hot take, I guess. I think I've realized and I believe, and even my current Cubelock, I play it totally different now than most people. I think N'Zoth is actually no longer playable. I think it's too slow.
Wow, that is a hot take.
I think the meta has gone way faster, and then now that you have that 2/1 and you can get extra things with the faceless too, you can already get 4 Guldans. It's enough. I do not think that N'Zoth will ever be good again in Wild.
That's a strong statement.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I firmly believe that. I think N'Zoth is way too slow for Wild now.
It's definitely slow. I don't know. Depends on the meta, I guess. I don't know. I can't see it ever going away personally. But
I don't think it'll ever go away because people in Wild are greedy. But I think in a competitive standpoint, if you look at it in all the decks that are good, and you have that 2/1 that can make multiple Guldans already, I think N'Zoth is just strictly wrong.
Yeah, but if we're gonna what do you think about if I have to choose if I want like 2 copies or 4 copies of Gul'dan versus 2 to 4 copies of N'Zoth? Like, aren't the N'Zoth minions stronger because I get the
It's good in a control meta. I don't think we're ever going to be back to that. I think the Wild has got fast. I mean, it's just me, but personally, I believe that I love N'Zoth, but it's seen its day and it's gone. It's no longer to be in any of my decks ever again.
I just crafted it in gold like a month ago.
Oh, damn.
Don't worry, Nate. It's going to be fun.
But that's my firm belief is that N'Zoth is no longer playable.
I just like N'Zoth because, as you were saying, Nate, like with Gul'dan, you're pulling your demons back. You're getting your 1/3s and
it's a good card.
Like
I'm not arguing it's a good card. I'm saying it's too slow.
You get the big boys. You get the big boys with N'Zoth.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you from a high level competitive play, I don't think it'll ever be good again.
That's true. All right, so what about this? Craig is in the chat.
What up, Craig?
I love you, Craig.
I'm not afraid to say hot takes. Everybody knows me. I'm very opinionated and firm on my beliefs.
Okay, so Craig says, what about as a maybe this is like alternate Mecha'thun win con, right? If this is maybe you just don't play too many death rattle cards in your Mecha'thun lock. This will bring back a 1/1 whelp with the death rattle effective Mecha'thun. That'd be interesting. I don't know. This is something else, but I like the effect. It'll be interesting for sure. For those of you in the chat, Goliath has been giving us some lore, and I'm just gonna let it be because we've got an upcoming gasp lore episode that we're gonna do. So I'm super excited for it. So let's save it. But I think there's definitely gonna be some spicy lore in this set. So
yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. Yeah, Mechathune, I'm not quite sure, right? If I'm playing a bunch of Death Rattle stuff, like, I don't know, where I think this
I
really...
think is great, but I don't think it works in Mechathune.
Yeah. So, no, but then the beauty of this card is that it's neutral, right? So I could use this, I could use it in Priest.
Use it in Paladin. Make
I could
egg
use it in anything with eggs, right? I could use it in Big
You could
Rogue.
use it-
I can use it in Big Shaman. Like, there's a lot.
Oh yeah, I get. Well, the thing is you don't want this card the body, but does this go in Shaman? Like, is it worth putting in there?
I don't know. Would you play Colossus? Right. So I could get 2 little 1/1s that have Death Rattle summon a
But
summon a
you're
7.
weakening your cards that pull cards and stuff. So
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I'm not
Priest to get those super annoying death rattles of like the statues and whatnot, where it like gets the death rattle of killing your minion when it dies. You got 1/1s that just can kill anything.
Yeah, I mean, so here's, I guess my hot take is that stuff is kind of risky, right? I think that where I really see this in play, like, this fits really good into any sort of egg deck.
Yeah.
A 5-mana 4/4 with 2 1/1s that drop a 5/5 or a 4/4, like, that seems safe to me.
I think there's been a lot of Death Rattle cards on this expansion and stuff in Rush, and I think that maybe a Death Rattle Rogue is a possibility. Been pretty close. I think it's maybe getting there.
Yeah.
Leper gnomes.
Yeah, put this in Face Hunter. There we go.
Interesting. All right. Well, I think we've just hit the 2-hour mark. So this is it for the card reveals this time around.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of time left. Let's jump into to our deck of the week, if you will. Now, initially, we were talking about this. We played this on stream with Gold Daniel the other night. So this is basically a Cubelock shell with the Warlock quest in it, and this was a freaking blast. Like, this was so much fun. I think my win rate is like 60% with it, or 55%. Like, it's not super great, but the deck is so much fun.
Nice.
So I don't know, but kind of early on in the show, or maybe it was right before we started, or early on in the show, we were talking about taking this shell and converting it into a Mali Warlock instead.
Yeah. I kind of decided that this was too slow, and it ended up being a Mali deck, and I think it's much better than this, but that was still a fun deck to play.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ruin the stream real quick, and switch out decks mid stream here. But can you tell us about, so I guess if maybe you can talk for a couple minutes about how you created this deck, and then how you came to the opinion to switch it over to the Malygos version, and what the differences are. And while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up your Malygos Warlock deck and plop the graphic in here.
Sure. I originally just thought in Cube that you needed a slight bit more healing, and I knew that the quest, because I played Standard, gave you that with the Brood Mothers and shuffling them back in. And that's just pretty much where it started. Is like, felt like it needed something other the early game, and I don't know. It was something to try. It was as like, honestly, I didn't think it would work, and I think it kind of did. But then I figured, okay, well, the problem with this is, like, you spend all this time plot twisting, and then you get rid of your hero power whenever you go down, and that kind of sucks. So then I was like, it's a way to abuse it, and I'm like, well, I know that Malygos Warlock works in Wild. I mean, in Standard. It's actually that I hit Legend with in Standard, so I know the deck pretty well. So I was like, well, let me mess around with it. And it took a lot of changing out cards and stuff, and I found the deck wasn't having a healing, and the very last card I ended up adding was Spellstone.
Okay.
Because it's just really good with Moarg. And I don't know. It's a really, really good deck. It does die to Quest Mage, but it can beat them if it high rolls. If you get both your Plot Twist off by turn 4, which happens a decent amount of time, you can pretty much just tap into 0 mana Malygos and kill them on turn 6. I've done it multiple times. It's just really fun. It's definitely a high roll deck, but it doesn't have to high roll to win. And I like Malygos. I just think it was a cool new deck to play in Wild that I think if Quest Mage wasn't around, it would be a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's interesting. When I did a Legend run and I saw very little Quest Mage. Then again, it was relatively early in the month, so.
I definitely had a lot of fun when we played this the other day, and I'm looking forward to learning more about it and playing it a little bit more because it was an absolute blast.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was just the first initial Zoth build, and then I figured out that I think it was better to be a Malygos deck, and I'm pretty sold that I was right and that I built the right way. But hey, you got to start somewhere, and that's how it started. So,
yep.
I was surprised I didn't actually have the quest when I went to go craft the deck. I had every single thing but the quest. So obviously, I haven't even tried to play the quest at all.
What's a budget replacement? Hot take. What's a budget replacement for the quest?
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Or put in the wrong quest.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny. Okay, so I've got the deck list up on the screen now. So here it is. I'm just going to read it for those people who are listening to the audio version of the podcast. So, and I apologize to those of you who are watching on the stream. I don't know, something funky is happening with the internet. We've lost it a couple times, so it looks like we're back. So here's the list. It's 2 copies of Kobold Librarian, 2 copies of Mortal Coil, 2 copies of Soulfire, the Quest Supreme Archaeology, 2 copies of Dark Bomb, 2 copies of Defile, 2 copies of Moarg Artificer, 2 copies of Netherbreath, 2 copies of Plot Twist, 2 copies of Dark Skies, 1 copy of Sense Demons, 2 copies of Lesser Amethyst Spellstone, 2 copies of Crazed Netherwing, 2 copies of Aranci Broodmother, 1 copy of Emperor Thorison, 1 copy of Lord Godfrey, 1 copy of Alexstrasza, and 1 copy of Malygos. So, yeah. So how do we play this?
You hard mull for Plot Twist, and you try to tap until turn 4, and Plot Twist is the ultimate goal. And then on turn 5, you can tap into 0 mana Malygos, and probably turn 6, you'll have enough. Hopefully, you'll have burn in your hand, and you'll just kill them. But even if you don't get Malygos for 0 or Alex for 0 or anything, you can just discount things with Emperor, and you'd be just surprised at how many times you actually just have lethal. And with the Plot Twist, you get healing off of Broodmothers. With the Moargs, with your Spellstones that get upgraded by Crazed Netherwing and Cobalt, or Dark Bombing your own face, or things like that.
Okay.
It has enough healing to survive aggro decks. It actually farms aggro pretty well. And just OTK. You can get super OTKs of over 40, 50 damage.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you know what? Moarg was surprisingly strong when I played with it.
I think Moarg fits in Evenlock. I think Moarg fits in Priest. I think it's probably the best card from the last set that doesn't see a lot of play other than Priest. I think it's just a really, really solid card.
I'm going to say the S word here. I was playing this Moargan standard.
Yeah.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. But in particularly in Galakron Warlock, and that card is nuts. It's really good. It won me many games. So I feel like the card is it's like a
Moarg's really good.
Sleeper hit. The card is really good. So you can pretty easily clear a board of large minions that you shouldn't otherwise be able to.
And it is a demon, so it does get pulled from Sense Demons.
Beauty. Okay. Well, and so you're running one copy of Sense Demons, right? So that it'll pull a Moarg.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to, but honestly, I didn't know how to add a second copy. I guess you could cut like a Mortal Coil or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Seems good. And then, Moarg with Nether Breath is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can gain tons of health. So, yeah, it's good. It's good.
A lot of Defile and Dark Skies math and Dark Skies with Artificer type stuff. It's not, I would definitely say it's on the harder side to play, but it's very, very fun.
Okay.
Very, very powerful whenever you learn how to play it.
And so I'm going to go on a limb here and say that you probably want to complete the quest as early as possible so that ideally you're tapping for 0 every turn. Or tapping for 2 to pull a 0 cost card, and you can slam down a 0 cost Emperor, 0 cost Alex.
It's not always possible, but you always try to tap every turn, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any sort of synergy or combo or anything in this deck that is not evident just by looking at the list?
I guess just maybe if you can get like a 0 mana anything, like Alex for 0, you can just have a board and just happen to kill them. I think Netherwing's really good in the meta by itself as a card, as a 3 damage AoE.
Mm-hmm.
Cards just, it does struggle in the fact that you only have 4 dragons in the deck, but you draw so much, it's not normally a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's usually one in your hand.
Yeah.
Moarg with Defile is pretty nutty.
Yes.
I mean, frankly, Moarg with any of these, Moarg with Dark Skies is pretty crazy. One
thing I did actually consider, and I haven't really tried it because I haven't been playing much Hearthstone lately. I'm really waiting on the new set. Is maybe cutting a Dark Skies for like a Rain of Fire, because it can also work with Malygos. But I don't know. But I think this is 90% close to perfect. And maybe you can change 1 or 2 cards here or there. But for the most part, this is pretty good deck.
Nice. Well, and if you have time after the show to play a couple games of co-op, we can test it out.
Sure.
Awesome. Very cool. Hydra or Mike, you have any questions about this? This is what you played in co-op the other night, right?
Yeah, it's the one Ben and I and Gold Daniel were playing. It's the one I told you I accidentally tapped and killed my Alexstrasza.
I think it was a little bit different. I don't think I had spellstones in it at the time.
Yeah, maybe it didn't, but this is what we were going for, and I had a blast. I'm looking forward to playing a couple more games of this because this is not your average deck.
No, very different strategy.
Yeah, which I really like. I really like that. I like to, sometimes I just want to rank up and I like to hit people in the face, and other times I really like to play something where I'm really proud of what I did. I've outsmarted my opponent, right? And this is one of those decks that, like, yes, I could have won if I was playing Disco Lock. I could have beat you a long time ago, but but this is we got there. We got all the pieces of the puzzle, and we slowly picked apart your board, and we got there, and you feel a little bit better about it. So
it feels good to win.
Those kind of wins should have like 2 or 3 stars. I understand.
Yeah. Right. If you could get bonus stars for an epic win, that would be fantastic.
Style points. Yeah.
Nice.
The only thing I can say is this deck just takes practice. It's not a deck that I would ever recommend to a new player. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Thankfully, all of us have been around the block a few times, so.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well,
we've learned it, but it's hard to learn.
Yeah. Well, we've been at this for a little over 2 hours, so I think I want to move on a little bit. But for those of you in the stream, we will be playing some co-op in a few minutes. And for those of you listening to the audio version of this, if you want to tune in to YouTube, we'll have the co-op as a separate video so you can learn the deck a little bit better. I keep seeing people in the chat ask about the giveaway, so I think I want to transition into that. And so here's the thing that you need to know about the giveaway. Okay, this is something crazy happened, right? Blizzard gave us a code, which is super cool. Does not typically happen for a lot of us wild folks, and so getting some love was super, super amazing. So big shout out. Yeah, big shout out to Blizzard. Big giant shout out to Chris Sierra for hooking it up. And
amazing.
I will say that Chris has definitely been trying to do things for a while, and I appreciate that because it feels like for a long time they did nothing. And since he's kind of helping out, it seems like I still feel like they're too slow to act on things, but at least they're putting an effort in to help Wild. I think a lot of it goes to him. So
I agree. So yeah, thank you, Chris. So here's the crazy part, right? Normally when we do a giveaway, we try to give it to somebody on the show, and this time we were trying to get a little bit of a wider audience and got people to like and retweet it. Okay. And lo and behold, we got like 1,500 likes and retweets.
Nice.
So this is not what I was expecting at all. But the chances of anybody that we know remotely getting one of these is pretty small, unfortunately. But anyways, so
hey, but shout out to everybody who did the the vote, the follow, and the retweet.
Yes, absolutely. So we really appreciate it, and we do a lot of giveaways on the show. There will be more, and it could be some packs, it could be some merch, it could be something else. So we'll see.
iTunes reviews, iTunes review giveaways. Look out for those.
Ooh, yeah, we'll have to chat about that, but definitely, yes. So without further ado, the winner who was selected via random retweet is Hedy Riva 2000 on Twitter. It's HEDYRIVA 2000. So here's
congrats, Hedy Riva.
Yeah. Congrats. I've got no clue. So here's what we do, right? I will reach out to Hedy Riva, give them until Monday to claim this. If they haven't claimed it, then we'll just pick somebody else. So so we'll see. Thank you to all of you guys who participated, and stay tuned for more contests for sure. So
yeah, thank you for all the love that we got on Twitter. Everybody that ended up liking and following and retweeting, we really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, lots of fun. So anyhow, it is about that time to sign off on the show. But before we do, I would like all you guys to let us know where our friends here can find you online. I'll go first and then pass it off. So my name is Nate Wolf. I really appreciate all of you guys joining us. You can follow me on Twitter at NateWolfTCG. It's NateWolfeTCG. Mike, where can people find you?
Find me on all socials and Twitch at MikeLowTV, and then here on the podcast Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Very good. Hydralisk, where can people find you?
You can find me Hydralisk_HS on both Twitter and on Twitch.
And and Ben, where can people find you? I know you kind of
I don't really have such I'm very anti-social media, so you're pretty much going to have to find me on Twitch, BenFromWork, or Discord. It's BenFromWork as well. I'm really anti-Twitter. I don't like drama. I don't like all that stuff. And honestly,
you gotta get a job with him. That's how you gotta get to know him.
And
Twitch,
you know what?
Discord, friends, word of mouth. Anything. I'm more than willing to help or talk to anyone. I'm not a big fan of social media.
Well, I'm really glad that we found you.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I really appreciate you coming on. And I have to say, with the social media stuff, you're not missing out a whole lot.
No, I know I'm not. I don't miss it at all.
So.
Yeah, it's cool for someone who has such like an underground presence, not using social media. I'm glad we came across. Definitely, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out. We really appreciate it. So it's great to have you on. Before we go, for anybody that's looking for us online, you can find us on the on our website. It's www.borntobewildhs.com. Again, do not forget to put in the HS. Otherwise, you get Viagra energy drink, which you do not want, or maybe you do want. But it's borntobewildhs.com. New website. All of our stuff is on there. All of the past episodes are up there. All of our YouTube stuff is up there. All of our parody songs are up there.
All the merch.
All I'm hearing is that you're going to get a Viagra sponsor in the future. That's
yeah, I was just going to say, by the way, we're not sponsored by Born to Be Wild Viagra Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't turn it down necessarily. Yeah.
I wouldn't turn it down either. I mean, this week's show sponsored by borntobewild.com.
Oh, good.
Oh my God. Anyways, new merch site is up, courtesy of Wildcard and his wife. Thank you both very, very much. Looking forward to that. So,
hey, does his wife have a Twitter or a page for the
and
brand?
Now, unrelated advice.
I want to say on your website. Let me see if I can find it.
Hey, before we jump into that, let me ask you guys a completely unrelated question. Ben, you were saying earlier that a lot of times you get fed up with Hearthstone and play some other games. Yeah. So what I want to ask you guys is, what do you play when you're not playing Hearthstone? Let me ask you first, Ben. What do you spend time playing?
Pretty much Runeterra right now.
Runeterra. What about you, Hydra?
For me, I bust out all of my childhood consoles mostly. My wife and I are both into, the games we grew up with, like, Super Mario on either NES or SNES, or playing Donkey Kong Country, or sometimes I want to play Super Metroid. Just like, why the hell not? I also have a Frogger arcade machine.
Oh, that's cool.
And so sometimes I sit there and try to just play Frogger for hours and see what a high score I could get.
I bet your kid loves that too.
Oh, dude, he loves it. Actually, it's got a couple games. It's a Konami multicade, and it's got like 12 Konami games on it. So his favorite is Contra.
Oh,
Contra was a good game. I liked that game when I was a kid.
Yeah, and so he plays the crap out of Contra, and he's actually better at it than me.
Love it.
Which is a little embarrassing, so I gotta practice a bit. But
I find myself playing all these I grew up with these point and click adventure games, your King's Quest, Space Quest, Please Quest, all of those quest games. So I fall back on these old adventure games all the time. But Mike, what about you? What do you play when you're not playing Hearthstone?
So I have an emulator on my phone. So I've been playing Golden Sun, Game Boy Advance emulator.
Ooh.
Anybody familiar with that game, Golden Sun?
It sounds familiar. I might have played it, but I'm not 100%.
I keep thinking of Golden Axe.
Oh no, not Golden Axe, Golden Sun. I'll post it in I'll put it in Discord.
Is it like a strategy type game?
It's like a RPG.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, I think I like those. It was on Game Boy, but I don't have a Game Boy anymore. But I think I played like the first couple of them. I know they've made a bunch of them since.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Each character gets like little creatures with them, superpowers. Like, it's a pretty fun game. I'll put the link in Discord.
Very cool. Wiser words were never spoken, and you heard that on Born to Be Wild.